fight the power like BITCHUTE.
What's the status, 3?
I'm good, just making the world a better place, that's all.
There's some sins that you commit that you can't come back from, no matter how hard you try. You just can't, it's like the devil is waiting for your body to quit because he knows in that he already owns your soul. And then I think maybe there's no devil. You die and God, he says, nah, you can't come in. You have to leave now. You have to leave and go away, and you have to be alone. Of I have no LIVESTREAM.
Check it, listen. You're a real step up, and I'm a landmine. Leave your legs dangling, call it hang time. Shout out to all the soldiers who bang signs. Back in the day, I used to slang dimes. This is for the streets, hustling, pushing grams, and flipping bundles. Fuck the government borders, I'm digging tunnels. Delivering the package, cause I'm the real muscle. Wear a ski mask, sports emblems above my brim. Nothing but camo, I'll stomp you out in my Timbs. Take it a step further and start chopping limbs. One day I make it out of hell, something's gotta give. People ask how come the chaos doesn't break me. Because I'm solid, deeply rooted like sequoia trees. The top G, Chuck the God with the iron rod, making devils flee. Staying righteous is something that I can't guarantee. I appear out of nowhere and disappear in the split smoke. No one is safe, not even the Catholic Pope. You would own nothing to be happy, that must be a joke. Cause no one is laughing, the war will be invoked. You will be gasping for air like an asthmatic choke. Begging for life, live slump, looking like an addict on dope. It's fucking rappers, it's fucking bombs. Peace of the gods. And I'm out, salute.
There's a devil and an angel in my head.
The school system costs children, kids, that's baby sheep. You better wake the fuck up or forever sleep. You don't need bars to be in prison, just think. They take cash out of your hand for a digital chip. So if you don't do as you're told, your money will go poof, like it didn't exist. We are almost the walking dead without the body bag zipped. This is community revolution in progress, but I'm no crip. As much energy is used to tear down and divide, you can use that energy to uplift and show there's no limit when you reach for the sky. Spells, spells, spells that I am casting. Words I speak are a gift of wisdom unwrapping. A work of art, I am a master craftsman. Painting pictures with the stroke of a pen. Spilling ink on paper.
There's a devil and an angel in my head. When I was fighting the war, the devil was huge and the angel was tiny. When I started to repent, the angel grew and the devil became very small. Small, but he's a stubborn bastard.
With thoughts from within, some say it's the end, something new will begin. Look into the gates of the soul, I am him, I am God. Decisions, decisions, I create and destroy, broke out this mental prison. Solve a problem and have 10 more like farmers' prescriptions. Life is too short, there's a headstone with your name inscripted. I turn my back to religion, took a seat on the throne. I am the light that torch enemies to skull and bones. I communicate with the other side, open portals, no cell phones. You are the power, why second guess, never think twice. I went from was to was, now I'm Charles Wise. So high, high as a zeppelin, dazed and confused. I'm God incarnated, no El Hakim or Druze.
There's a devil and an angel in my head. When I was fighting the war, the devil advice. But my little angel says to me, no, don't listen to that bastard. Anything can happen. Like someone upsetting me, for example, and I think about crushing the son of a bitch. The devil says to me, do it. But my little angel says, remember, you're out on bail, there are cameras. Freedom is wonderful, so be careful. I struggle because there's good and evil in everyone. God gave us free will to choose good or evil.
Alright, what is up? One time, y'all. What's up, Max, Axis, S? Yeah, I don't know. I personally didn't think, no, I just didn't see the disrespect. Yeah, that topic always leads to arguments. But, well, I mean, Axis just didn't agree with what was being said. And that's fine. People don't have to agree with everything, right? I didn't even think it was that serious. Like, I think Axis, in my opinion, didn't do nothing wrong. I'm not, I'm trying to stay in the middle here, but
Yeah, I don't know why, he said shame on me.
I think
It's
no disrespect to True Song, but I think you know he should just relax. He shouldn't take everything so personal.
like I was saying, nothing I said was really about actions, even though,
How come you sound low? Hold on, maybe it's me.
about him.
You got a microphone, Naga?
That again?
Oh yeah. Let me see. Yeah, everything looks right. Anyway,
Yeah, I was basically kind of disappointed, that my brother let it turn into a conflict. You know,
yeah.
I didn't really say anything, bad about, Axis or Truth. And like I said, instead I was just disappointed in Truth that it let it turn into a conflict, because I said that, to me, that's what the conversation was supposed to be. You know, if it
Yeah.
if it was me, if it was the old me, you
I
know,
don't think Axis meant disrespect by any of it.
like I said, I don't think it is a disrespect at all. I just think it's a challenge to me.
Yeah.
It's a it's a
And
challenge.
I'm not mad at, I just think that
Well, a lot of people, can feel disrespected, because they're being challenged. Like, how dare are
like
you?
the name calling, I think it got out of hand a little bit, you know.
Yeah, like I said, man, listen, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything, bro. My brother took it on another level. He even said, he told Axis, since you wanna take it there, let's take it there. And then he started
I don't know.
even told him, I'm like, bro, don't take it there, bro. Come on. He was like, nah, I'm gonna take it there, and he started going on. So I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. So I didn't say anything about Axis.
I can't hear you, Naga. You sound far away.
You can't hear me?
Now I could.
But yeah, I was saying, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything, because like I said, Truth, basically took it on another level, or he matched, whatever he was feeling, and I knew, and I told him, no, bro, don't take it there. He was like, nah, I'm gonna take it there, and he started going off, So that's why even at that point, I tried to calm him down, and he wasn't, and he wanted to, to let it out all out. So I muted myself at one point. So I didn't really, say anything about Axis. I don't know why he said shame on me, but like I said, either way, you know, it is what it is. If it felt like, I said anything wrong about him, he would come up, and express himself, or let it be whatever it is he can feel, however he feel. But like I said, I was, basically, you know, trying to hold my brother accountable, because I felt like he shouldn't take it there, even though, uh the energy, or even though, uh Axis wanted to take, even though Axis, even I mean I should say, even if Axis wanted to take it there with him, I felt like he shouldn't take it there. So this is why I'm holding my brother accountable. So it's not about Axis.
Actually handled it good though. He just left. He said, I ain't, you know, but still, it just fucks me up that we can't even have like conversations and stuff. That's why I don't debate. I don't debate for reasons like that. Like, bad enough I don't have patience. And sometimes, you know,
I
someone
mean,
might say something, and it might the way the person says it. But like I said, man,
I
I'm
mean,
not.
me basically went through the school, of debating, in the YouTube street. I have no problem with debating, but we gotta keep it on that. We gotta keep it, there. We gotta keep it there with debating whatever is being debated. Don't throw me in there, and start making the debate about me. Once you start doing that, now you're showing me how weak you are, about debating whatever we was debating, and that's on both sides of the field. you know Whoever, if we're debating about maths, and you throw me in there, it's just showing me how weak you are when it comes to debating maths. So I'm not going to engage, and you coming, up to me, and you attacking me, because the debate was not about me, it was about math. So people just be showing how weak they are, about expressing themselves, about certain topic. This is why, they tend to attack people.
Well, I think Truth though went a little too far with the name calling and stuff. Truth sounds cool and stuff. I have no problems with him. But I used to be just like True Song when I was younger, and then I learned how to control my. And sometimes it's hard, man. Sometimes it's very difficult to be humble. But
I
I
mean,
don't know.
like I said, that's why I was trying to, to get him to, you know, to stay, stay with the information, but don't take it, outside the information. But like I said, I'm not his daddy, man. So I'm not, about to beat him up, and I'm not, an agent also, where I have to, now I'm gonna have to, now make the conflict about me and him. So like I said, it went the way it went, but I know, I was disappointed, in him. But that's my brother though. Just like anybody, I could build with, that I probably expect the same thing from them. And had it been them, I would have been disappointed too. But at the end of the day, if I fuck with them, I fuck with them. I'm gonna hold you accountable, but at the end of the day, I fuck with you. So, and I fuck with Axis too. This is the reason why I have no problem building with him. You know, like this is
I
the reason
know.
why the conversation didn't go left. Because I respected his ideology. I respected his point of view. I respected his understanding. You know, so
Yeah.
it is what.
Well, I don't like to see these arguments, man, because it's hard enough to bring people together. But
I
I
like
don't
the
know.
exchange of the ideas. You know, my mic good?
Yeah. What's up,
Okay.
Yeah, you good.
Mac?
How you doing? I like the exchange of ideas. I always love new ideas, but when I'm, you know, allow me to have my ideas and I allow you to have your ideas. We don't have
Yeah.
to fight over it. If I don't agree with your idea, you don't have to go on until I do, because I still got my own ideas.
Right.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing, though. With certain people, they won't let you go with your own ideology, but they won't inflict violence. You know,
Hmm.
they would just, try to keep you there until you basically, agree. You know,
Well, that's what they're looking for
let
is agreement, but the way you go about it can make a big difference.
Yeah, but the agreement is to let go of your ideology and
Hmm.
to accept theirs. It's
Yeah,
not an agreement that to keep yours and I keep mine.
yeah, that's
Because
not going to happen with
if
me.
we're really looking for an agreement, we should be looking for a mutual agreement, like you said, right? Where you keep yours, I keep mine. But
Yeah,
like I'm saying, on the other end, some people, they not willing to let you go with yours, but they're not gonna take it to a level where they will inflict violence. And some people will, they won't let you go with yours, and they will, be ready to inflict violence beyond that. I mean, behind that, you
yeah,
know. And I think this is where the clash is taking place. When it comes to agreeing, about ideology. Because like you just said again, you can keep yours, I keep mine. You know, but if you're not willing for me to keep mine, then it only leave us two choices, right?
yeah,
Choices, for me to, basically agree, for to what you say, without you having to inflict violence, or I'm probably gonna have to, or that's probably what it's gonna take you, to get me to agree. And that's why, like I said, that's why I always, bring all this debate, because we both not willing to let each other keep, our ideology. We think ours, is the ultimate one, is the one that gotta go. That's
hmm,
that's the way it gotta go.
Yeah. Ah, shit. Type of shit that makes me want to just say fuck you too.
And that's why I have, my symbols, because they say a picture, speak 1,000 words, you know but uh, uh, I think, a symbol, basically, you know, show you, 1,000 pictures.
yeah. Your symbol's good. Mine, I hate my symbol. Actually, I like the picture, but I don't like the moon. I wish it would go away.
But
But yeah, so this is the even playing field, so where, listen, is enough room for all of us, is a place, in my father's kingdom, there is many mention, you know so is enough place for everybody, you know that's how I'm looking at it.
Should be. Yep. I think there is.
boy,
Yeah, what do you
Yeah, I
guys
had
do
to
when
start
you're
the live over because the swearing and stuff.
oh, I wasn't
I
there for
would I would have gotten
I missed that. So I don't have that energy to carry over from it. So
fucking throat. Okay, when your throat is getting scratchy. Oh man, what the fuck? I hate this sometimes.
I've heard all of these words before from a person.
I'm trying to download this map. And it
You ever
keeps
heard
giving
words
me
from a cat? That's weird. When cats actually say like human words.
Well, I seen this cat fucking singing. Now I don't know if it was. I think it might have been doctored, but maybe not. I have the video somewhere. It's pretty crazy, actually.
My cat likes to sing along to some things. He likes funk the best. You know, the funk guitar with all the sharp tones. He loves that. Just loves it. He runs around with his tail up in the air. He really doesn't yell like normal cat because he doesn't have the vocal cords for it. So, but he does his best.
Yeah, it's a touchy subject, man, to sit here and that I came first subject
Yeah,
is very touchy, man. Like
I was in that last weekend. Remember?
man,
I had that conversation last weekend. I think it's a really cool idea. I don't agree with it, but I think it's a really cool idea.
yeah. I don't think anyone's more supreme than anyone else. And you know,
Then I hear Billy Carson last night there. He's got this theory that Enlil and Enki were fighting, so Enlil was asked to go to South America, and apparently he took a bunch of people from Africa with him. That's what Billy Carson says. So that's a different perspective together. I
want to know why they don't talk about the European slave ships, because they existed.
Oh yeah.
And yet the first say white people were enslaved.
First white slaves people here, or sorry, the first slaves in North America were white, apparently. So.
And even black Aboriginal tribes owned white slaves in Germany and Poland, and which whatever it is what it was, man. It
the white slave trade is active.
I can't change it.
It's active right now, so you know.
Well, I think I
don't bother me.
I think I killed that conversation, about who come first. I think, the real question, it should be, it's not who come first, in this planet. It should be, who this planet, is for, who this planet belong to, because like I said, the lions, in the in the wild days is not arguing about, who come first in the jungle, because, they both have their own, ecosystem in the jungle, right? So the thing, when it comes to the earth, I think it's about who's belong to, to the earth, because a lot of people call themselves aliens, a lot of people call themselves, to come from other, planets.
Yeah, Mars is popular.
So, right. So the conversation, it should be about, who's the earthers, right? It shouldn't be about who come first, because if we're all from Earth, then if we're all Earthers, then we all, came at the same time, like all the plants, all the animal, But if we not, from the same, if we're all not Earthers,
like if our souls came from other places, yeah.
That's what the conversation should be about. Know who come here first. Who's the earther?
Yeah. Yeah, I believe I come from the earth, like my soul is a split of souls that have been here, created here, I think. But I know people, friends of mine, that believe that they are from different places, Mars and other solar systems.
Now this is when we can talk about, that the original earthers and the inheritors of the earth, right? This is when we can talk about these two, right? We can talk about, all right, these group of people, or these people, these are the original earthers, but these are the inheritors, of the earthers.
Yeah. Well, people, these are the people that came here to escape whatever was happening, or they had no place for their soul to go, so they came here, you know. But they were emanated here, so are they, like, they're not from here, but if they, like, incarnate here, doesn't that make them an earther?
Yeah, I don't think people really, want to be truthful. I think people, just want to find a better way to lie, or a better way, to live in a lie, a
Hmm.
better way to see the lie. You know, I don't think people really want to be truthful, because, I think, the truth is right there, literally, you know. No, the truth can't be contained, just like the spirit, just like it can't be contained, right?
Oh, neat.
So, I think, we just, you know, we genuinely don't want to be truthful, you know. Like I said, we are so addicted to that lie. We just want
I
to
try
find
to be
a better way
truthful.
to see it.
I'm still trying to find truth, in all things, because there's always new ideas and new information gets added. So it's an ongoing thing with me. Like I don't sit there and say, this is the truth, because almost everything is a theory. So theories need to be looked at, and even things that people call truth, sometimes just get overturned. You know,
So
I
you
like
think
that
that
comment, Canada. I mean, Earth is still being born in my observation. I like that.
so
Flat
you
Earth
think
slaves.
so you
Uh,
think that's part of it? So you think that's part of it is the reason why, people, is not truthful, is because, they haven't find it yet. They haven't even find the truth. So you think that's
well,
part.
they probably have some facts, but truth, the word truth, like we were discussing last weekend, it gets thrown around way too much. You know, that people overuse that word.
Yeah, I don't think, we learn the construct of words. We learn how, words,
Mm,
are being constructed.
yeah. But
Because,
like you said before, if you say this is the truth, that stops the conversation, right? Like we're not having a conversation at that point. You're
no,
just,
that's that,
you
that
know,
well,
that's why I
that
don't like the word the truth, because it does stop conversation. It's either you agree with me or you don't, because I have the truth and you don't.
well, that's incomplete, because, you know, if we find the truth, then
Mm,
we can be truthful now,
mm.
right? Then we can learn how to be truthful, in the truth,
Well, we can try
right?
to be truthful, but we can be deceived as well.
Well, but that's the thing. That's what I'm saying, though. If we find the truth, we're like, okay, this is the truth right there, right? I'm
Okay.
saying we have the ability, the possibility to learn to be truthful, because the truth is the blueprint, is our guidance, you know.
Mm.
But if we are in the lies, this is where the possibility, and chances, to be deceived,
Even
is
though
the
you if you learn a lie and you believe it's the truth, right? You're going to tell that lie as if it's the truth.
Yeah, and yeah, but it is a lie. So therefore, you just be you just you're in deception.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's why it's better to keep an open. I think it's better to keep an open mind, because if new information comes in and you've been saying this is the truth for years and it changes, well, then your truth wasn't worth shit, because you just got new information. So I don't like using that word too much.
Yeah,
I love the word theory. Theory
people,
and ideas are great words in my mind.
yeah, people, like I said, people, I think, they just want to be, uh, they just wanna find better way to see the lie. It's not hard to be, to see the truth and be truthful. If that's what you really seek, right? Whatever you put your mind, to, you can do it, right? The mind is a powerful thing and a terrible thing to lose, right? To waste, right?
Yeah.
So it's not hard to find the truth and be truthful. I think it's just, uh it's probably, more I don't know, addicted, to see the lie, in a different way.
Oh man, my chat's doing that double thing.
Cause the truth can't be that hard, man. The truth can't be that hard to find. It can't, you know. Even life and death, which is the,
All right.
basically, even basically, like, one of the greatest thing, you know, it's not hard, right?
Maybe. Could be. Maybe it is.
We
Maybe
got
it
Cyril. Someone named Cyril's on the panel,
Mm.
is.
or Cyro.
Hi, Cyro. Ciro.
Hey, what's up?
Yes,
Nice to
hello.
meet you.
How's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
sound good.
loud and clear.
All right, nice.
Nice to meet you there.
Yeah, yeah. No, I was liking the conversation, so I was just
Oh,
seeing if I could chime in, I guess.
right on.
These are screenshots I took. You see the symbolism here in Olympics with the dome, the firmament.
What was that?
Then this
13,000?
is, huh?
What was the first one? Said 13,000 or something? 100. It had numbers there.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go back to that.
Okay.
Because it was explaining. I screenshot a lot of this stuff. It says these flights prove the inland areas to be features in character, with the dome 13,000 feet high at about latitude 80 degrees south, longitude 90 degrees east. And that's why he put this. That's about 13,000 feet. The dome. That would be so.
Excuse me.
I forgot the guy's name that put this up, but he got that from. This right here is from an encyclopedia from the 1950s, a United States book, and also it's stated 1890s, 1920s, 1930s, and were the other editions that says this, but they've seemed to take it out, try to hide this firmament, and that's why the rockets don't go straight up and out.
Yeah. I wanted to address Maggot here. I'm not a flat earther either, Maggot. I'm not but I enjoy the idea and the conversation.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm a body earther.
Yeah,
Does anyone know how long it takes for the
I'm a dragon earth.
rocket to like, get out of the atmosphere?
Sorry,
I
say that
said,
again.
does anybody know approximately how long it would take for a rocket to like get out of the atmosphere, like the highest? I think it's called the stratosphere, isn't it?
I
There's a
don't
bunch of
know.
different layers. They say. Let's look up that.
How long? How long? I think it's like 2 to 3 hours. Here's what they
I don't
say.
know if I consider myself a flat earther, like the label part, but I know we're not on a ball. That's my opinion. But
No, I
some people agree and some don't, and that's fine. But we still get along.
yeah, I like the idea. I was going to say it would have to curb because um,
8 inches per
like
mile
3 hours,
squared.
3 hours of the Earth rotating is going to be a little more than 15 to 16 uh, degrees of a curve. So if you're looking at it for that long, and if the exhaust, how it's
Well,
pumping up the exhaust as it flies up, it's going to show
look at
pretty
look at
good
the
curve.
military. My grandpa's in the Navy, and radar don't go around curves.
The
Plus
radar.
water. I mean, there's so much stuff, but the military admits in these documents. That's what was highlighted here. NASA documents, military documents, all talk about firmaments and being a level plane and just
They say they bounce it off the stratosphere, right? Because there's the troposphere, the stratosphere, the mesosphere, thermosphere, and then the exosphere at around 800 to 300 kilometers to 3,000 kilometers. Sorry,
what
so
radar?
that's around 1,500 miles or so.
Right.
What radar?
Yeah. So 1,500 miles. I mean, I'm talking about the first one, the stratosphere, right?
Yeah, that's at. They say that's at 11 to 50.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you'll start to see a 15-degree turn from there because
Yeah,
you're rotating on a ball, right? And so as you rotate, the time it takes for the rocket to get out of the atmosphere is just going to show that curvature in the exhaust. That's what you're talking about. Like how it looks curved when it goes up in the air.
I'm
Its
not.
curvature is yet to be found, though. That's the problem.
Say again.
I said the curvature should be on the back of the milk carton, but
That's a good one.
I've seen videos of like those windmills. They have them out on the Dutch coast, and when you come up to them on a boat, they do rise above the water. At least that's what the optics show. Now there are optics that can obfuscate visions. There's reflections off water and the clouds and stuff, but it looked pretty convincing.
what got me about 9 years ago, or 2014, I think I was watching Eric Dubé, and they started talking about water. It was not even 3 minutes into the video, and they started talking about water and stuff, and how it always looks to level out, and this and that. And I had to pause the video. I said, man, my mind was blown. I said, man, they got something here.
Well, I can
But
respond to that one easily. Water finds buoyancy because it's a liquid, and I guess you could say like bubbles rise in water, right? But that's a gas acting on a liquid, so the
yeah,
bubbles are gonna.
they
Yeah.
say it's gravity, but buoyancy and density. That's all that is to me.
Well, it's all three.
It's like the Bible, man. When they wrote the Bible, same thing as writing these textbooks. The heliocentric model and stuff. They sit in these rooms. They have to have answers because they know people are gonna ask certain questions. That's why they have answers for it all. But
Can you
I would
explain?
love to fly up high, man. That would be awesome to send a balloon up. Why not? The government could do it. We can too.
Yeah, they have balloons up there, right? So
Yeah, I was gonna say we send up about 2 to 3 thousand balloons up a year. The
yeah.
U.S.
Well, the
alone.
government does, not us. I'm talking
Oh yeah.
about like we should do it.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. You can buy
civilians,
one. You can buy one.
yeah,
Yeah,
civilians.
I think they're around $500 to $1,000, somewhere in that range.
that would be fun, Max. We can go to a desert and just let it go up,
Yeah.
and
I,
just because
I want to know what zero
that
meant by
video
Tie
by
it down.
that video by what's his name, Hibbler Productions. There's a part where a guy was on an airplane on a clear day, no clouds, and I think he was coming over the Gulf of Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. He could see the mountain ranges all the way near, I think, California or something. I don't know how far, but he used an infrared camera, and you could see hundreds and hundreds of miles. It's just beautiful and mind blowing.
So
Wow.
So what do you mean by body Earth, Zero? I'm curious.
so
I'm a
you
dragon earther.
so
Say
you have
again?
I'm a
question.
dragon earther. So what do you mean by body Earth?
Can you hear me right quick?
Yeah.
So y'all haven't traveled, the land through airplane, because if you travel, if you ever fly from New York to Florida, to Atlanta, to North Carolina, if you fly local, right, then you know that all you seeing is flat land, right, and mountain. That's all you see. All you see is flat land and mountain.
Okay, so there's an easy way for us to all find out that we live on a sphere, guys. If you take a 6 foot pole, right? Just a I don't mean that in any funny way, but a 6 foot I don't know, tube or something, stick it out of the ground, right? And the same thing happens with the trees. Um, as the earth rotates and the sun appears to rise, your the shadow that will be cast on the pole on the ground from the pole will be twice its length. At noon, it'll be half its length, and again at sunset, it'll be twice its length again, showing you that we're either rotating, or I guess something very, very big is passing us in the exact same motion every day. The former, I say, is easier to believe, but I mean, some say that the latter is.
The
Yeah, a
only
lot of
thing,
people
the
have
only
worked on
thing,
calculations and believe that the sun is about 50 miles up and that it rotates around in a circle around the flat disk.
Yes,
the only,
except for I was going to say, except for the fact that right now, the sun. I'm in Colorado. The sun is about at 10:30 a.m. 10:13 a.m. is about almost in the peak of our sky.
Hmm.
And if you call South Korea, which is somewhere that I've been, I could spend a couple years there. It's it's almost midnight over there,
Yeah.
and so
I've been up to Fort McMurray in Alberta, Canada. It's like way
yeah,
up
and,
north. I went up
and
there in the summer and the sun just dips below the horizon and then comes back up. But it does go in a big circle around you.
right, and we can
I
see
got
almost full moon here, and they're looking at a crescent, and
I
so
got pictures of the sun in Antarctica. Remember I showed yesterday from that Russian military guy who's stationed in Antarctica at the tip of South America. He's pretty far into that alleged ice wall there, and the sun don't even come over the mountain, so that's how they get daylight.
Yeah.
And
listen,
pretty cool.
the only thing that's to me, the only thing that's rotating in the sky is the sun, the moon, and the stars. Just like
Mm.
just like the water, in the air is rotating on the earth, right? And us and the animals.
Yeah, well, the progression of the equinox is already this. I mean, this is easy stuff. Like, if you look at the progression of the equinoxes, you can tell that we move and
Yeah, we tilt.
everything is moving, actually. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
all moving at the same time. This
I
is how you get spring. This is how you get spring, and this is how you get winter, and this is how we can
well, yeah, the
calculate.
sun moves north or south on its travels.
Well,
So
how is it winter up here and summer in the south hemisphere right now?
Yeah, because the sun went south.
yeah.
So,
Listen, the Earth,
so
the
you're
Earth
telling us
moves.
the sun. You're telling us the sun went south, but yet it
Yeah,
covers us in daylight. I don't understand.
It's not only. It's not one sun. They're using is multiple.
someone else
The solar
explain
system.
it to him, Naga.
There's two suns, or
The solar system is a system of is a system of multiple suns working together on
oh,
rotation.
Well,
okay.
that adds a different dimension to it.
Well, that's that. I'm not saying nothing of what they saying. I'm saying what they're not telling you.
Hmm. Yeah, this is all theory. We're not trying to fight over this. I like talking about it. That's all.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
zero. So I believe that the Earth is a giant dead dragon. What do you think about that one?
you see a dragon.
Depends on what you mean by dead. Depends on what you mean by dead dragon. See, I studied commission.
Hmm.
I guess you can say philosophy, and there's a dragon in that spiritual path called Newt, and she kind of just wraps her arms or wings or whatever around the earth, protects us from like cosmic rays and asteroids and stuff like that. So, I mean, I can see where you're coming from if you said that.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I get mine from the Sumerian Tiamat and Marduk, the battle of
Yeah, I
Tiamat.
read about those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they fight each other or something? Tiamat lost, yeah?
Yeah, Tiamat lost, and they used her body to make the Earth and the stars. The
Oh,
same story is repeated in the Nordic with Ymir.
uh-huh.
Ymir fought a battle, and his body was used for the Earth and stars.
Gotcha.
If the Earth is a dragon, the universe is is the cosmic egg. The dragon is inside of.
The
Maybe.
Earth is a dragon. I'm a dingleberry from the dragon fart. No, I'm joking. Show him, no, seriously, Max. I was just being stupid, but no, Max has some good evidence on Google Earth. He's found a lot of eye-opening evidence there that he shared a few times here. But
Yeah, I've seen it too.
I love the stuff he has found because
I've seen it.
it's
I've seen it too. I had known this brother, that used to go on Google Map and Zoom, in different area all the way in Africa, found the Tower of Babel, found all type of things, uh, you know, uh, in the earth itself, in the Google
Yeah,
Map. But I think all these things, is just digitals. These things is not
uh,
physical. They're just digital.
but but it's picking up from a Google satelloon that flies above. So I
Yeah, like
think
I
it's
said,
yeah.
it's real. Why
I don't look
you
for
think
towers.
they blew it in?
What I find on the Earth is that the Earth is littered with the bodies of giant dead creatures.
But that's the thing, though. We, through the genetic, I mean generic, the numerical, matrix. You can't add layers to things and make them, look like what they're not. You know, like they show you how to build, a character in a video game.
I don't know
I
what you
got a
mean.
question. For anybody who wants to answer, what do you really think that they're collecting all of our information and data for, metadata for?
The
Oh,
ultimate slave system.
your digi-twin, yeah, for enslavement. Yeah.
From the supercomputer.
Yeah, you got your digi-twin that they've got, and they test out things on that. medications, psychological scenarios, and things like that.
Well, you know, first they were allegedly tattooing numbers on people. Then they mentally beat everyone down, and we willingly carry the number. It's called a Social Security card. Next, we're willingly carrying the chip in our hand called a phone. Next, they're gonna embed that shit into our fucking hand because people say, "Oh, you can flush your toilet by waving your hand," and all this nonsense they sell people with these chips.
I
You can
think they
lock
have.
your door. You
I
know,
think they have. I think they have like a supercomputer that we are getting signal from. Like
You are,
we
yeah,
are tied to this, to this supercomputer.
you
It's very
are.
intelligent.
and
Everyone in
NASA
Africa.
has evidence on that too.
I'll show you that. I can show you that. Yeah.
So you guys are really up to speed with that.
Yeah.
So the next question would be, so how would we put people and make them slaves then, and have them willingly slaves with their
Well,
medicine?
you take over their minds. You take over their
Yeah.
thoughts, actions. What you do
Yeah.
is you start
Like
replacing
they did with religion.
interactions, the computer thoughts, and then eventually, I can show you biodigital convergence. Your country has one too. Here, let me share that with you.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, our ancestors knew that we were gods, and I don't mean ruling over people God. I mean controller of a god of self, man, meaning you control your own destiny in this realm. But when they conquered everyone, they forced religion on people.
Oh,
God is not so controlling like they like to make God, seems to
Well,
be,
that God in the
because
Bible is just another ruler. That's how I
because
see
God,
it.
well, he's not so, like, even that he's not so much of a ruler like they're trying to make him to be, because if he was such a ruler, you know why he don't rule over Satan? Why haven't he ruled over Satan? Why have he let Satan running around doing, the devil running around doing whatever he want?
Because
See,
that Satan in the book, he's a
God is
coward. He
he's
has
a
to trick you.
he's very humble.
biodigital convergence.
He's
Wow.
very humble. That's another word they called you when you're being humble. They say you're a coward.
Nah,
I'm in Canada, Ciro, so this is the one for me.
Yeah. There has to be a divergence if there's a convergence in it. I mean,
Here, look at what they want to do. Hold on. They give you bullet points, so they're nice and easy. So they want a fully physically integration of biological and digital entities, coevolution of biological and digital technologies, conceptual convergence of biological and digital systems. They want to change human beings, our bodies, minds, and behaviors. There you go. That's where they get the control,
uh-huh.
right? They want to change or create other organisms, alter ecosystems, sense, store, process, and transmit information through you, because they're already doing that. Manage biological innovations, structure, manage production, supply. Here's the funny part here. So they want to do democratization and decentralization by taking over your mind.
Yeah.
See, this is what I mean. When I said,
Drastic confusion.
when I said that, I think people just,
That's
become
interesting.
addicted and finding new way, to see the lies. Because all of that is already happening. We already lost our mind. We already lose control of who we are. We are basically, trying to find who we are. Some of us haven't even noticed that, that's not our true self yet. So all of that is already happening. All of that was happening in Egypt. All of that was happening in Samaria. All of that was happening in Greek. All of that was happening in Rome. All of that is still happening today because you live in a Greco-Roman system, right? So everything that they're talking about, they're about to do, they already did it, and then they're gonna go back and tell you nothing is new under the sun. So again, this is what I say. I think people just addicted to finding new ways to see the lies, to realize that they live in a lie.
Well, they've been tracking your brainwaves since the uh, creation of the telephone.
Yeah, I was gonna say since like the fucking 70s, really. There's fucking at least the 70s.
The 70s, they came up with the Lily wave, and that runs through the wiring in your house, and that's an emotional feedback system. So they can,
right, like an echo. Yeah, I
so
read
they
about
can
it.
copy and rewrite memories back to you, keep feeding you the same memories back and forth.
The ego is the echo. I say because your ego is like your third eye. I mean, the voice, your inner voice, the ego.
Yep.
It's the echo.
Well, they're working on that too. They're trying to get to. You've heard of voice to skull technology, right?
Yeah, BTK.
Oh,
Yeah, they're trying to get the technology where it's inner voice technology. So it's your voice telling you.
Your own voice, not someone else's.
Yeah.
It's also the
my favorite topics.
ego. It's also
They
the
practiced.
ego.
They
You know,
practiced that about 4 years ago. They said there was a few words. I think it was 5 or 6 words. It's okay, just take it. Was the words they were trying to transmit.
Oh, that sounds like a promo.
I wanted to say that the ego is also the ego to the bird. You know,
Imagine that.
this is why this is the predator, the one that you pray to, the one that's prey over the weakness. You know, being the witnessing. You know what or whoever is wrong. You know, whoever is doing wrong, whoever is not just.
That new V2K started around like 2019.
Yeah.
If a man came up to me and said, "Take it, just don't worry about it," I would look at him sideways. Imagine that a guy comes up to you, "Just take it, don't worry, lube it up." No, I'm joking. Wasn't that funny?
There you go. Corona, a routing system for nano networks.
Gotcha.
I'll share these documents with you if you want. I have a bunch.
Yeah, Max got me started, and now
I know that Corona was an IV system. I just didn't know how.
Here's a good one. Here's deployment of nodes in the human body. Now, these don't require nanotech. This is using your blood, tissue, and bones.
Yeah, this stuff's gonna blow your mind. To me, it's like voodoo, using a voodoo doll.
That there is blockchain architecture. That's how blockchain works.
Right.
Let's see, what else will we show? Oh, I love this one. Where are we? Interbody coupling and electroquasatic human body communication, theory and analysis of security, interference, and properties.
Think of a digital voodoo doll.
Hold on, go back. All right, let me see. Scroll down just a little bit. First paragraph.
All right, gotcha.
All right, there it is. Let me see. Electroquasatic human body communication. Gotcha. So now I see how they do it. That's pretty cool. That's really good. Because I was wondering how are they doing it without the internet. There was this point in time where I just shut off all internet and electricity.
Yeah.
And they were still able to just find me like so fucking easy.
Oh, they got so many. They have so many systems on you. I'll show you that in a minute too. Here, this is kind of. I'll show you the graphic.
Cool. Using your own electromagnetic field, yeah.
Yeah. So here's this is like they've here's a person in the green, outlined in green. Now that's how they're using us as antenna now. They've tightened the field down to the body to about a centimeter or so above the body. They had to do that for cybersecurity. So this is an example of an attacker in the middle and on the right side. And on the left side, they're showing how we couple up our bodies. We do something called load balancing with each other, and that's for the system to operate at optimal levels through us. So what this guy is doing is he's trying to hack into this guy's system, his MAC address. Everybody has a MAC address. So what he has to do, because he can't get close enough to use that device, he has to go through another person and hack into that person, and then couple with that person, and then get that person to couple with the person they want to attack.
Uh,
That's all magic. That's all magic work. That's basically white magic. It's technology.
Now, let's show you the layers they have.
well, I mean, I'm read enough to know that magic is indistinguishable from technology. That's
Let's see, kill zones.
let's see.
That's
Wow.
what. That's why I say they're using voodoo, but with technology. It's the same thing. They're hitting vital points like they would do with needles in a voodoo doll. But the technology is magic. It's the master of the elements. We're magicians too.
Yeah, you have white magic and black magic. Black magic is using,
Wow. Okay.
is using nature, and white magic is, through the means of technology.
I did not know how it was done. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, Max got me going on this stuff, and I've been looking in the after he showed that you can do patterns. Forget it. Every day I'm finding new patterns to show. They control the weather, everything.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
How you think they're able to create the matrix? So unless you don't think you live in the matrix when you say you do.
This shit got me paranoid. I'm not going to be around anybody for a while now.
Don't let it get too unfair. It ain't nothing fair. What we need to do is hold these tyrants accountable and take them to the people's court, find them guilty, and charge them with murder, and bring them to the execution block.
Yeah, they'll go to war with you before you do any of that.
They don't go to war. They pay people to fight their fight.
But
All these
that's it.
old politicians
You'll
are
be going
pussies.
Listen, if you personally tried to say something, they will go to war with you personally before it even gets out.
Oh yeah. YouTube's at war with me.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
Mm-hmm. Here's the layering that they have. Some of the layering. There's more, but here's the body area network.
Nanoband land. I know about these.
Yeah, so they have WAN, RAN, man. All of these are systems that are
frequencies. Yeah,
different systems. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, to me, I let it collapse because the energy, the system, social media, a witch, a warlock, a voodoo person, whoever they are, the energy that they're sending towards me,
right.
is
I'm
not.
with you.
I don't let that energy penetrate and get to me because I don't let that happen. That therefore that energy have to go back, have to go somewhere, right? And most of the time,
giving yourself goosebumps will change the electrical potential on your skin and basically block the system from logging into you.
So unless you block it in a direction, you and direct it towards somebody else, it's going to go directly to the person it went to. It's like sending a tennis ball to a wall. It coming straight back to you.
And who is that talking? Who is that?
That's Naga.
Okay. Hey, I want to agree with you on that one. See, it's not only it's the Ouroboros, it's the snake that eats his own tail. Eventually he eats his own face and devours himself. It's just all you got to do is wait it out. Really, that's my theory on it. It's not all you got to do is survive and wait it out. It's not a thing that you can overcome through force.
Hey, be what it is. Peace to be what it is. Candy, what's up? Who else? Maggot.
Cell expansion.
Yeah, they want to encode your DNA when it's forming, and change its expression. You like apparently, if you wanted to be a girl, they could do that electrically.
Change your
What if
DNA
you want to
expression.
be a tree?
Grow others'
You
limbs and shit.
identify as a dust
That's
ball.
weird.
Yeah. You wanted to have flippers or something? You know, they can do that. Gills.
It's funny because that's that CRISPR technology.
It's beyond that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
This world's fucked, man.
I got a little commercial to show you. Maybe it makes a lot of sense. This shows how it's happening to you.
Yeah, the system is so outside of natural, like nature. It's just bound to collapse at any given moment. Like all you gotta do is wait it out.
Yeah, it ain't nature that's going to collapse because nature ain't got is not eating herself. Nature is not moving in the way the system is moving. Nature is moving the way you move in the bed, the way you move in your head. That's how
Yeah,
nature is moving.
yeah.
But
Nature collapses and births all the time. What I'm saying is this system is outside of nature, so it's not gonna last long.
well, this system is within nature, and it is nature that's going to collapse the system. That's how it works. The system is within nature. It's like having a virus in your body, right? And you're taking all the preventive measures that need to be taken. That virus is going to collapse and die.
I got you. I got you.
Okay. Sorry about that. Here, this is an example of what they can do. Okay, but they're selling this. Okay, but it shows how far they've gotten.
Most advanced wearable technology in the market, with 15 plus years of research and development. Super patches are 100% drug-free, non-invasive, and backed by science. Our skin absorbs and transmits information from many different types of stimulation. Every physical, emotional, and psychological function has a corresponding neural code or message in our brain that controls and regulates it. Due to factors such as injury, stress, genetics, etc., these neural codes can get disrupted, leading to poor health, wellness, and performance. At Superpatch, we've decoded these neural messages that manage the neural control of physical, emotional, and psychological functions. Every single Superpatch has a unique pattern of ridges in it, similar to a QR code. When these ridges come in contact with our skin, the receptors in and around our skin send a message to our brain, which then decodes it. This intricate pattern of ridges is known as vibrotactile technology, or VTT for short. When the patch stimulates the skin receptors, it generates and sends a very complex signal to our brain to correct the specific neural codes that may be disrupted. The effects are almost immediate. So you focus less on overcoming wellness and quality of life challenges and more on living a happier and healthier life. Whether it's improving your sleep, enhancing your sports performance, or unlocking other life-enhancing benefits, Superpatch has you covered. Try Superpatch today and start your health and wellness journey. www.superpatch.com.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Some people have
But
up to
okay.
90% clogged arteries without even realizing
it's
it.
a
You want to have squeaky clean
technological
arteries?
way of
Top
doing
medical doctor, Dr.
things that
Saunders, has
Yeah,
uncovered
so
a simple
that patch,
doing
they don't
things.
need the patch. They can do it without the patch. They've got
Inside
nanotech,
the skin. Yeah.
That's what I
right?
was
So they're
gonna say.
spraying us with nanotech, putting it all over the food so they can access you that way.
That's what I
So
was
what's
gonna
up with the
say.
digital ID then?
It's a technological way, of basically nurturing your health, right? How when this is why that you see in voodoo, the lady or the priest can just hold your hand and read your future, right, and tell you everything that you need, in order to assist you, to your to attain your growth or your enlightenment. It's basically the same thing through technology.
Most advanced wearable.
So what's up with the digital ID?
Oh, your DigiID, they keep all your data.
Yeah, like Bitcoin and shit like this new system we're moving to.
Yeah, so they monitor your heart rate, your pulse, your respiration, your facial expressions, and they put all that into your digital ID with all you do online, and they keep that gets stored under a MAC address, and with the 802.15 megahertz bandwidth range, they log into the human body and make changes, store data, use you for processing, whatever they need to do.
Crazy. Yeah, I don't want to live no life like that, and I don't want the youth to grow up and live that like that. They wouldn't have pulled this in the 90s. We would have ripped those cameras off the corner and shoved them up their ass. The
Yeah.
cops were pussy back
People
then.
have gotten very used to surveillance, and they're accepting.
I think they're just publishing it. I think it's already happened privately. You know, I think privately a lot of that is already going on.
Yeah, people don't know that they're already under your skin and using your body. You know,
Yeah,
it puts an
heavy
electrical
surveillance
current
for
through you too,
They're
right?
just making it available to the public now. And
been
see,
under heavy surveillance for 100 years. Been under heavy surveillance for over 100 years. The
Yeah.
American population has.
Yes.
But I was gonna say, like, what where do you think it leads? I mean, what would you be thinking they would be pulling this shit off for now, and this alien deception and all this other stuff off right now?
They needed to indoctrinate the children. Look how divided the country is. When I was growing up in the 90s, my teenage years, this Democrat, Republican, and all these other groups, how can they call it the United States when there's many different sectors in the government? But that's all by design to divide us up. Because if we were as one, they wouldn't be able to conquer us. They really did a number on the youth, man. The youth are lost.
But the thing is though, none of that is being forced upon us. We have the choice to go, towards agriculture, where we all can agree on, on the same culture, which is living through the land. But we don't want to do that. We want to live through the mean of technology. So
I
it's
want
not being
muscle cars
forced.
and stuff.
So it's not being forced upon us. It's just being made available to us, and we're just making the choice because this is what we want. Not everybody don't want the same thing. A lot of people right now, there is a rise of agriculture, but we're not. We don't know about it because that we don't want to know about it. We know more about technology because that's what we wanna learn about. So again, none of that is being forced upon us, man. It's just being made available to us, not to the public. But all of that was already going on privately. These people was already doing their thing. Why you think they're so advanced? Why you think they're so excel? And when it comes to technology, and we just
Unfortunately,
go
people are
ahead
easy to manipulate and fool
and
because we're very trusting.
and it's the same way too. People already, it's people that's already so advanced when it comes to agriculture. That's so advanced, but we just coming into knowing what culture even is, what culture is, right?
Oh
So
man,
we
can you
behind.
imagine the farming we could do now if like
We,
all of these natural farmers were released on the land? That'd be awesome.
so we big literally behind on both sides of the field. We're just now finding out what's going on.
Yeah.
But like I
I'm
said,
thinking it's like in game already. Like they don't give a shit if we know or don't know, so they're just gonna put it out there regardless. Like enough of the masses are, hopelessly dependent, and that's what it really is that they're dependent on the system. If they weren't dependent, they'd be right along with a lot of us saying, this is wrong, this is bad, we got to do something. But it's just like that what's that analogy? Like you're the bird in the cage, and sometimes your master, he lets you freely fly around the house, so you're not going to talk shit. You might not be able to go outside and do things like other birds can do, but you can freely fly in the house, so it's better than the cage.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, we're dependent on the system, and so that's just going to be what it is. We don't care if you know.
Yeah. Yeah. They have all these wireless systems in place. They still have computations to make, though. They have 1 million Bitcoin left to mine, and those are to do with human activity and control. So There's time, and they don't have the power systems in place at the moment to run.
Well,
Because
I think they come to the
density of
conclusion.
the AI and that is too high for the power system.
Somebody is bugging out. But I think they come to the conclusion that they operate better in private. This is why they always do everything they do in private and then bring it out to the public. So
Yeah.
I think they really don't care. If we depend on them, because they already know they do good in private without us anyways. So it's just that we don't think that if we operate in private on our own, we don't think we'll do good because we think we need them.
Yeah, it was about. I think karma was a big thing.
Operation Thor. I thought maybe it's Project Thor. I fucked up. It's this weapon that they shoot these iron rods from.
Oh yeah.
Rod of God.
I know about that from space. Yeah.
Like Rod of God.
Yeah.
Yeah, they drop a tungsten rod.
It was in the G.I. Joe movie too.
Yeah, it's way worse than a nuke. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, way bigger damage than a nuke. Apparently, they dropped one of those on. I can't remember where it was. Some
Name is an atomic bomb. No fallout. That's what it was. No fallout.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, they dropped one of those, I think, on Syria or something a while ago. There was a
was it
bunch of munitions or chemicals in a bunch of ships.
It was Beirut. Yeah, it was Beirut in 2021. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And that shit fucked up. It fucked up the sky and everything. I was like, what? There was fertilizer.
That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, they sent one of those. People caught images of it coming down too.
Yeah.
Space weapon system. The topic of fascination.
Apparently they got clean nuclear now too. You're botting out there, Charles.
You know what scares me really is that the biological warfare is what fucking freaks me out.
I'm not worried about that at all.
Why not?
I don't believe in viruses. Viruses are electric.
Because you can't spread a virus and oxygen kills it. It has to be directly put into the body.
I told you about that.
Hold on. How did we get the virus? How do we get the virus? How do we get the word virus when all I said was biological warfare?
Oh, okay. There are biologicals, like there are bacterias they can use. But viruses,
I don't believe that.
Load balancing, that's how they do that.
Yeah, because I've been sick before. I mean, what the fuck happens with that? Is that just like someone hit me with some sort of ray gun from space or something?
No, they saturate an area. What they do is they saturate an area with high levels of radiation.
It's all about and fear, so we don't rise up and whoop their ass.
You can get a meter. I use
Tommy Rogers. I'm gonna play it.
You get a phone app called the ElectroSmart. I've used it for about 7 years now. So when the pandemic happened and people were getting sick, well, a day before they were getting sick, there was a rise to a 72 to 74 from a normal 50 to 60 range.
A bacteria shouldn't make you sick or kill you or anything. A bacteria should reinforce your immune system.
I'm about to play this video in a minute. So
I was 9 years old, 1999, and I had the flu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't forget radio. They introduced technologies throughout. Like my wife, she got Hong Kong flu when they brought FM radio to the area. There's a book.
That's various. Various is.
If you look up Arthur Furstenberg, The Electric Rainbow, he does a complete history of the introduction of technology and the accompanying diseases that come.
And I had other diseases like I mean, yeah, like you get what I'm saying. Like I've had put my share of illness.
Yeah.
They couldn't all be just electronic, is what I'm saying.
Well, a lot of it could be. Some of it could be. Some of it could be other things. Depends on what you're getting, right? But flus are generally electric.
Yeah, I think they're all electric.
All right.
You know, because I think you shouldn't. You know, bacteria
So I
cannot
could
make
show
you
you.
sick.
Hold on. I'll send you a document called
Serious
the
discussion.
M-Wave. Charles has got a good one too.
The rods from God, a nickname for a
The rods
theoretical
from God,
space
nickname
weapon system,
for a theoretical space
has been a
weapon
topic of
system.
fascination and serious discussion since its sci-fi origin. Jerry Cornell thought up the concept of the kinetic orbital strike as a Boeing operations researcher in the 1950s. The idea involved hurling precision-guided tungsten rods about the size of telephone poles from space. Within minutes, the rod's impact would cause devastation to the target area, similar to a nuclear blast, but without the radioactive fallout. The idea sounds like sci-fi. It's worth noting Cornell authored science fiction stories under a pen name while working as a defense systems analyst. He also served as president of the Science Fiction and Fantasy Writers of America. He helped architect pieces of the Reagan administration's Strategic Defense Initiative, known as the Star Wars Program, as a founder of the Citizens Advisory Council on National Space Policy. Cornell called the Kinetic Space Weapons Project for. In the 1970s and 80s, Cornell refined the concept in his sci-fi collaborations with Larry Niven, including the 1985 book Footfall. As the concept turned into a sci-fi trope in the 80s and 90s, serious research was underway into launching rods from space to achieve high velocity.
Come on.
And mute yourself too, Charles, because you know it give the video.
Serious research was underway into launching rods from space to achieve high velocity impacts akin to meteor strikes. In the early 2000s, the U.S. Air Force explored kinetic bombardment's feasibility in a number of studies, including the Transformation Flight Plan. The 2003 report estimates a 10 by 1 foot tungsten cylinder impacting at Mach 10 would deliver the kinetic energy equivalent to 11.5 tons of TNT. In the past decades, the topic has arisen sporadically. In 2013, U.S. Air Force and civilian researchers at Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory successfully test-fired a tungsten-rich kinetic energy projectile moving at 3,500 feet per second, according to task and purpose. Their report notes a 2014 DARPA rendering depicting a supersonic conventional weapon emerging from a rocket nose. The kinetic energy projectile is not quite Jerry Cornell's rods from God, but just as terrifying. Jared Keller wrote in the 2017 piece, a 2023 Chinese research paper questions whether kinetic bombardment will be as devastating as believed, according to the South China Morning Post. It's reasonable to assume that top secret research into deploying and preparing for rods from God is underway globally. The main blockers of rods from God are the cost and logistics compared to conventional weapons that would be as impactful. The commercialization of space, however, opens up technological possibilities previously considered far-fetched. It's unlikely rods from God could be sent into orbit without attracting attention from global space surveillance networks.
Yeah, more world domination.
Yeah, these people are lying. You know, they stay lying because they're just not finding out. That about they're just now finding out about the ethers, and they look and they want us to believe that they already had devices, you know, that was already elevating to the ethers. If you didn't know the ether exists, you wouldn't know how to study the ethers and create object, you know, that know how to operate, to the ethers, you know. So therefore, it's kind of laughable, when they want to tell you that, they have things outside of the Earth atmosphere, because they didn't even know the ether was there.
Ain't that some shit? Yeah, so back to the biological stuff, man. Regardless if you believe viruses are real or not, which I
Yeah.
couldn't see how I couldn't see how you would say that something took out all the millions of people between 1980 and 2010 with the AIDS virus. I couldn't see how you would do that.
I think that's chemical.
AIDS virus is, I mean, that how the chemical what? Like they were chemically.
Well, they were convincing people to take drugs that were possibly bad for them, had bad side effects.
So you're talking about 30 million people were just eating like drugs between that time frame, and that's why they were dying?
I don't know. That's what I've heard. Here's what this this thing covers: radiation from cell towers, radiation density. It gets into diseases. Here we go. Measurements at a cancer patient residence from various places, biological effects, microwave radiation, blood-brain barrier, risk to children and pregnant women, irreversible infertility, calcium ion release from cell membranes, DNA damage, interference with other gadgets, including pacemakers, effects on stress, protein, effects on skin, tinnitus, ear damage, effects on eye, uveal melanoma, cell phone emissions weaken bones, salivary gland tumors, melatonin reduction, sleep disorders, neurodegenerative diseases, increase in cancer risk, epidemiological studies in various countries, adverse effects on birds, animals, and environment, effects on honeybees, effects on birds, effects on mammals and amphibians, effects on plants, possible solution to reduce ill effects of cell tower radiation, and then their conclusions. That's what this document covers.
Well, I
Yeah,
want
they
to
were fucking with that shit. I know they were fucking with that.
I want
They
to
were
say that
fucking with science for 20 years.
I want to say this, right? Electricity is very real. You know, this is why you're able to get shocked. You know, so therefore, if you don't think the virus is real, why are you going to why are you going to take a test to see if you have it or taking the shot? To not get it. That's why you get it. Because you still you're still getting shocked or you
Hold
still.
on, hold on. Can I cut you off there? Can I cut you off there from you're speaking to a person who had COVID twice and took the shot twice and still here, no problems. What I'm saying is regardless if you believe the virus thing is real or not, I mean, I don't see how you wouldn't, but regardless if you believe it is or not, what I'm saying is why now are we just now saying like we just now waking up and saying like, don't trust the government when it comes to this and that. You know what I mean? Like, why are we just now saying that when we've been taking shots and shit? I don't know about you, especially someone who's been in the military. We've been taking shots and shit yearly for I don't know how long. So why
I've been
just
taking
now
a
are
shot
we?
for 40 years.
40 years?
Yeah.
Polio and measles and stuff like that. We've been taking shots.
Yeah, I got my measles and I think I got a polio shot when I was very young.
Yeah, and polio is barely around. Well, now it's starting to pop back up because stuff is. People are like fuck shots, but yeah, it was almost eradicated for sure.
Meg is in the back there. Maggot thinks the ones were bad for the Iraq war. I can't say that. I'm not allowed to talk about those in Canada, so.
Oh no, I'm quite sure someone took a shot and just got completely wiped out before. Like I'm quite sure that's happened. on a number of occasions. But what I'm saying is we just had how many millions just take this shot? They said 100 million people just took this shot, and all you can, and all, well, not you personally. I'm not talking about you guys, but I'm saying like in general, all I can see is a couple hundred at best of this happening, and this person, you know, becoming worse off and stuff. Man, a couple hundred to 100 million. It was less than 1%.
I have different numbers on that. There's varying reports, but I can't talk about that. I'm in Canada.
It's less than 1%. Even if you said it was 1,000, and I'm not seeing 1,000 everywhere with my sources. You know, so I'm like, okay, well.
I just can't comment, man.
And why can't we comment on this? Isn't that big? Is big enough to show you like?
I get in trouble for that. I've gotten 2 strikes for talking about medical and stuff. So.
Oh, okay. All right, makes sense. Well, I was just trying to compare the numbers, is what I'm saying. Because if it was like people dropping from the sky, like just dying off like
Maybe
that.
somebody else could comment on that. I can't.
Holy crap, we would be in a pickle, wouldn't we? 3 years later, 2 years later? How long ago did I take that? 3 years ago. We would be in a pickle. But yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, so there are some things that are caused by toxins and bacteria, you know, and some things caused by radiation. But I think you ever heard of the Faches?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a dive into that. It looks like it has all of the components necessary to make a magnetron, which is the component inside the microwave in your house.
Uh-huh.
Kind of neat that they could have possibly had that technology way back then. Could have been using it like to cause plagues and stuff like that.
Oh shit.
So this could be very old technology. Here, I'll show you a picture of George Washington. This is cool. He's got a giant Faches beside him. There we go. There's a good one. Look at that big ass thing.
Whoa.
See in the scroll case beside him, you know what a capacitor is? You store a whole bunch of fucking energy in a rolled up piece of metal. And then you discharge it.
I did not know.
So yeah, these rods here, if they have a channel cut all the way down the middle, and then a post in the middle where you run the energy through, that's all the components you need for a magnetron.
What? Was it a projectile?
No, it's an electric weapon. Shoots out free electrons.
Yeah, it's a projectile. That's crazy.
And you need the bell on the end. Like you need a bell shape on the end. That's in your microwave. That directs the electrons.
Yeah, which way you want them. Sort of like a microwave, like you said. Yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
Here's a magnetron. Let's go to images. So you can see the channel. Here's a good one. The channel down the middle of the posts. And a post in the middle. And then you have a post coming out the side. That collects the free electrons into the bell. They've got it wrapped in a little cylindrical thing here. Yeah. So it's pretty much all the components there.
Yeah, and a microwave you. That's fucking crazy. Now they have that technology, and
Isn't that messed up if these guys had that and they were using it?
no, I think they do. It's just not that. It's not that shit. It's not. It doesn't look like that. It's like crowd control. You know the DEW for crowd control.
Oh yeah, yeah. The active denial systems they've got now are crazy.
That shit. That's what that reminds me of.
Put your ass on fire. Feel like your skin's burning off.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a theory that they may have caused plagues with this thing. You fire off a bunch of those in front of a city, and then you just walk in and take over.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Don't know if it's true, but it's a really pretty good theory.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think it might be, it has some sort of truth to it because just because of the shit they have today. Like maybe back then they did have some shit like that. No joke.
Wouldn't be hard to make, really.
No, it wouldn't. That's
all you
the
need
thing.
is an iron rod and a bunch of iron tubes, a couple of magnets, because you have to put a magnet on the top and the bottom. But they've got those banding around it that could be like something that's magnetized. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Yeah, it's on the posts in the USA Congress. Symbol of power for thousands of years, right?
Right. I mean, someone was telling me they had rockets. It's a small faction, it's super elite, but they had rockets back in like the fucking 1800s.
There's like Sumerian carvings of what looks like rockets.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's the Vimana of
The
India.
one that's chasing the. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It looks like he's chasing them with a rocket, like a fucking rocket chase.
It seems like there's like been more advanced technology in the past than we have now.
Exactly, which leads me to a theory that I don't know. It's not a good theory, but it's not a particularly well ending one, should I say? But yeah, that we keep getting to a certain technological plateau, if you will, and then we keep knocking ourselves back down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's resets. Like. People believe in resets.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, that's a pretty disturbing thought.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It doesn't end well, but
yeah. Did these guys take over America with these things? Remember they said they gave them blankets that made them sick. What if they didn't? What if
right,
instead?
Right. Exactly. Someone back then was smart enough to say, hey, we have electricity, and we have to learn how to take out, big groups of people. Someone was smart enough to come up with that shit.
Yeah. If that's a capacitor, this scroll case is about 3 feet, 2 to 3 feet long. I'd say almost 3. You know how big a capacitor needs to be to blow you across the room? About the size of your tip of your thumb.
Wow.
So if that's a capacitor, that's like 100, couple hundred times bigger. That would put out a lot of power. Let me show you a capacitor.
Yeah, that's crazy. You said 2 to 3 feet of that, but wouldn't that be heavy as hell?
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be real heavy. So here's capacitors we use. These are all pretty small, but they carry a lot of oomph. in them. You don't want to touch those terminals, and it'll blow you across the room and burn your fingers, man.
That's funny. Yeah, that's neat.
So yeah, that's like, these are like the size of a finger, the tip of your finger. He's got one that's like 3 feet long and a few inches wide.
Right. What the fuck? Probably needs a lot of ammo maybe when he goes out on those expeditions and stuff.
Yeah, they probably carry a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Because you'd fire them off one at a time like a gun, because it'd be an immediate, what the capacitor does is it releases all the energy immediately. So you'd probably have a bunch of them. Like, how we call here's an interesting thing. What's a battery?
It's two things. It's it's the fucking military company or whatever, and then it's fucking the little charged
right
device, right. So it's like, I have a whole battery in my fucking hand here, and I can blow you away.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool. I see how you put that together. That's pretty cool.
My bad. I had to answer a phone call. Project Thor. What if it was Project Thor?
Damn, it feels good to be free. I was basically locked out. They wouldn't let me in.
No. Welcome back, Naga.
This is this whole what is it? A facet, right?
Facet, yeah.
Yeah, I love did you mention like that was definitely a weapon, Thor's hammer, and the I think it's called the Vihara, or it's V-A Vijara. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
We didn't talk about that.
Well, I know you and me did a while ago.
I mean, you played a video earlier. Oh, what it was you that played the video, Charles. But the video go right along with that too.
Yeah. All the ancient tech and any tech we have now comes from my opinion, my theory is these 12-foot giants that were here had mega weapons.
They say Atlantis.
The thing is, right? Because I was listening to your building, right? I wanted to get in so bad, even when you was talking about the magnetron, or what you call it. Magnetron, right?
Yeah.
Right. And I was thinking, like, a magnetron is dealing with magnet, which is a set of unifying, magnetic field, that basically unifying themselves, to basically harness electricity, the net that they basically unify to themselves to harness the negative force amongst themselves, which is electricity, and electricity is power. So once you understand static, you understand electricity. Once you understand electricity, you understand magnetism. Once you understand magnetism, you understand the ethers.
Metatron. Magnetron, Metatron.
Metatron. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
There's a good relation there, but they sure as hell sound the same.
What scares me is how they always name their greatest weapons after like mythology and stuff.
Yeah. Well, they always is actually in reverse. They name mythology after the greatest things. Because once they took over, the greatest thing, they felt like they became the greatest. For example, like like they once they conquer the land we call Africa today, they name it Africanus. Meaning
What's
that
that's connected to the Starlink. Sorry, Naga.
Say that again.
Not Starlink. What's that other link? There's Starlink and the chip they're putting in the brain. What is that called?
Neuralink.
No. Sorry, Naga.
Neuralink.
Thanks.
Yeah, apparently
yeah,
that's very old technology. Apparently.
Yeah, that's the tactic they was using back in the day. You know, they was using that tactic, you know, in order to build themselves, you know, electric grid, you know, and sending, you know, this electric grid, you know, they will basically, you know, you will basically get sick, and they will give you this blanket, you know, that had these chemicals in them that will basically activate, you know, this signal, and
There's
basically
this ancient tribe I read about who they ate gemstones to try to retain power. Like rubies would give you like fiery powers, and like sapphires would give you like water powers and stuff. You know?
As long as they're not sharp, you know, polish them good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, not they probably fucking I mean, but they died for sure, you could imagine. But yeah, they thought like gemstones would give you powers and stuff.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah, hell no, I'm not gonna try it.
no, I won't be doing that.
These things
It
don't
seems
actually.
a lot like Neuralink, you know, like, oh, you want, you know, once you put this in your brain,
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah.
These things don't give you power. They actually activate the power that's already within you.
Yeah, some people say you resonate with the crystals, you know, so you take on their resonance.
you know what? That's what they thought. That's now that I'm remembering, that's what they thought.
Yeah. It can give you a focus for a mind over matter experience, I think.
Well, that's the thing though. We the only one in nature that don't know how to cycle, you know, our energy, you know, and always maintain our purity, you know. But you know, the animals do, the plants do, you know, the things in nature like the stones, you know, they do. The ocean breathes, you know, everything, you know, in nature know how to siphoning the energy, you know, within them, you know, and maintain their purity.
It
We
says
don't
they will grind. It says they
Yeah,
will
but they don't
grind the
have higher
riches in
thoughts.
dust.
We're the only one that rely on other things in nature, you know, in order to do that. I mean, in order to learn how to do it. We
It
Yeah,
says
just
they will grind the
we're past
rubies in
natural
dust
instincts.
and put them in tea.
it's basically that magic that we was talking about, you know, that when you were showing, you know, how we always need something in between. We always gotta go through through something in order to get what we need because we don't know how to get it directly.
Oh yeah, we're born like weak and helpless. 2 years, 3 years of that, right?
That's why it says in the Bible, it says you're born into sin, but they did that with this Hebrew says born into shin. When shin means in Hebrew born, you know, the lack of knowledge. Now that sounds better than the nonsense preachers give us.
Yeah. Yeah, we're the most helpless species on the planet when we're born.
They would pound the rubies in the tea and drink
This
them.
is what I got to deal
Oh
with.
wow, that's not good for you. Don't
Now
do that.
Access ain't gonna come by because of fucking other people's childish shit. This
Apparently,
might be my last
really
day.
badly hurt from like people opening up geodes and finding water in it, and they're drinking this water, and it can cause real problems apparently. Cause
You don't want to come by here, Access? I don't know what to tell you, man. But I'm getting sick and tired of childish arguments.
Imagine if you were that one guy who drank from that shit and nothing happened to you. You would think you were the one who fucking was like ordained. You were like the chosen one or some
I'm
shit.
drinking dragon blood, and I'm gonna.
But the thing is, I think we're only born without wisdom because wisdom only come through experience. But I think we're born with knowledge and information that we need. We just, you know, we just go outside of our form of our natural shape, of our natural state. You know, but that's only through we learn to do that. That's something we have to learn. Though we have to learn how to be out of shape. You know, naturally we would, you know, we would be in, you know, in our natural shape. You know, we will have the knowledge to you know, to be in our natural shape. But like I said, because we think we have to learn things, right? So therefore, we learn how to be out of shape because that's the only thing that we don't know how to be is how to be out of shape. You already come in shape. You already know how to be in shape. You form yourself, in your mother's womb. So all is shaping things, is give shapes to things, is to form things,
You
right?
remember how we were looking at that V2K shit you were just showing up? Like with the two agents looking at the one person trying to attack the one, trying to hack into the one person.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you know those two agents that you had, the picture of those two people.
Yeah.
They were trying to hack into the one. Those two people would probably be a good description of most of my family.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, they fucking steamrolled a lot of them, so they just like switched on over, dude.
Oh.
That's most of the world.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. I had to get away from them.
Yeah.
That's basically the world. The rest is nature. That's basically what the world is about. It's about going through something to get through something. Go through hell, to get to heaven. Go to the desert in order to get to the promised land.
I learned at high axis.
Work hard, so you can reap the benefits. That's like the whole world. Is the mentality of the whole world, but you got it.
Yeah, they'll say peace, and then that utter destruction comes.
It's also problem reaction solution because these things cause fatigue. These deployed systems they cause fatigue, which they can blame almost anything on. So
yeah,
that's how they get you. They get you problem reaction solution, right? They cause a problem. You have to react to it. You go to the whatever system they have in place to fix the problem, and then
Hegelian dialectic. Yes, the Hegelian dialectic.
Like I showed you the super patch, right? Where they'd have that little patch you put on. Well, that costs $60 a month.
Oh yeah, and not only that, it causes health problems too.
They'll increase your strength. They'll increase your brain acuity. They can stop depression. All kinds of amazing things, but they're going to charge you.
Yeah, I'm good on all that. I'd rather just be myself. And go outside if I'm feeling down.
I'm not putting on a super patch anytime soon. They're already trying to put one on me without the patch. So
yeah, right. I'm good on that.
They're already doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, we basically dead.
I'm not giving them
the only way to life, is through the genius, of your nature. I'm not saying Jesus, but through your genius, the genius of your nature. That's the only way to life. And most of us, that gene, is dormant, is junk DNA. That gene is sleeping in us. So we basically, we basically dead. This is why we find ourselves in the world. It's like a zombie finding himself or itself or herself in the cemetery. You basically dead. You a ghost. This is why you a ghost. If you find yourself in the cemetery being a ghost, it's because you're dead. And this is why we find ourselves in the world. It's because we're literally, ignoring, we're literally detached, from the genius, of our nature.
Yeah, I do a class practicing with the third eye. That's pretty much that's the connection between us and the ether. So little crystals in the brain, and they line up with the Earth's magnetic pole, and that's where we get to like the Akashic records and the memory of past lives and stuff. Apparently, it's all held in the magnetic field of the Earth.
Well, I like to think that that I am the connection between the ether and the earth.
It resonates in you too. That magnetic field is present in you, and it.
Well, I'm not talking about the magnetic. I'm talking beyond the magnet. That's why I'm saying the ether.
Have you ever meditated?
I'm that connection between the ether and the earth. That's what makes me a ether.
A lot.
That's what makes me.
Have you ever meditated so long that that like a white light starts to pulsate from the middle and starts to like move like a wave to the periphery.
Yep, you can control. You can learn to control that light, or let it do whatever it wants. It'll do a dance, or you can control it.
That's like the heartbeat of the earth, kind of. It's
Yeah,
crazy if you tap into that.
it's an opening for sure. Be right back.
I want to see what they're going to do with this tech. I want to see what they want to do with this tech here in the next coming years. Because I mean, the system. I mean, you know, the political landscape looks fucked on all ends. It's not looking recoverable, you know.
Yeah, got to be big changes. The only way we can get to there is through knowledge. Right?
They're saying AI governance. You know that, right? They're saying AI governance.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, what the hell is going to happen? I mean, I only have theories, but what the hell is going to happen when when that happens?
Well,
AI governance.
yeah, they want to. Well, remember, they want to change your body, mind, and behaviors. So
Yeah, we got to resemble the machines, of course, when they take over. But
yeah.
I'm like, holy crap.
Well, so they're using you right now for pretty much the internet. You are the internet. You're the cloud. You're the blockchain. So they're already using you that way. So now they just want to take over your mind and what you do. So they want to steer your, democratization. They want to do. Remember, decentralized democratization in a centralized system.
Right. That spooks the hell out of me how it says democratization and decentralization right after it.
Yeah, that
I'm
makes
like,
no
no. What the fuck? That's like, okay, so here's the theory with that, because that shit triggered the hell out of me when I saw that. So it's almost like you wouldn't know that you were a slave then.
No,
Because
yeah.
because they're gonna be where your sources are. So whatever the fuck your source is, like they're gonna be there to steer it back to whatever they want you to fucking, I guess, believe.
Believe, think, and do.
Think, yeah. Like what the hell? So
Yeah.
I could go look up skepticism and it can tell me skepticism is this when you fucking give your free will to the government.
Well, eventually they could just erase that word from existence.
Yeah.
Just
That's crazy.
blank that out of everybody's mind.
Right.
Freedom, get rid of that word.
Yeah, get rid of that, right. Or speech or whatever.
Yeah, free speech. No, get rid of the word free, freedom. Get rid
Yep.
of all of it. Nobody ever heard of it. Apparently they've done it in like North Korea. People didn't know that type of word is just not taught to them.
Yeah, I would leave the word freedom. You think about it. They know what freedom means. They'll leave the word freedom. They know people love that. They'll change the word speech to mean something that's not protected. And then get you on that. See what I mean? Like the freedom of speech right now is good, but if you say a conspiracy theory, then we have to fine you.
Right? There's things I can't talk about, right?
Yeah, you see what I mean? Like how you just said that because you're in a different country. That's crazy. There's people like me that really want to know. That's crazy how you can't even talk about shit. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. It sucks.
How the hell would you know how to get out of a situation or a problem if you couldn't even talk about that shit? That's insanity to me.
I don't know, man. And they're still pushing what I can't talk about.
You could literally have fucking space reptilian overlords, dude, and you couldn't be like, "Hey, rest of the world, I'm trying to hint to you that
Actually,
we're being taken over."
if I had that, I could talk about it. Yeah.
Well, not by what you just said.
No, there's only one thing I can't talk about.
What if the reptilians was the one who made the goddamn virus?
That's what
Or the fake 5G fucking, whatever the hell.
Remember, Diana said there are a bunch of lizards.
Yeah. Diana said that. Pelosi said that. Fucking, a lot of people said that shit.
There's something to that, I think.
But you see what I mean? Wouldn't that be like over the jurisdiction?
Nope.
They don't have no hand. The reptilians don't have no hand in it.
No. Well, I don't know about that. I can talk about it. No, I can talk about it.
Hey, everybody that's watching, that means yes. Go to the bunkers.
Yeah, I don't know if Justin Trudeau's a lizard or not. I think he's the son of Castro.
To the bunkers. Oh shit. But you see what I mean? I make it comical, but that's kind of crazy to me how there are certain things that you can't talk about. Yeah. Let's say I was hiding something, right? I was hiding the golden egg that everybody's looking for. I wouldn't say, "Oh, the golden egg doesn't exist." You see what I mean? I wouldn't say it's impossible to talk about the golden egg, because then I'd have everybody talking about it.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, dude, in that regard, the United States is doing a bit better, but there's places where we fucking suck, like healthcare and all that. But yeah, I'm like, dude, you can't talk about fucking COVID-19. Like, this is crazy.
COVID-19.
COVID. SARS-CoV-2.
Yeah, Trudeau. Nobody likes Trudeau.
Yeah, no, I hear that everybody hates him. He just kowtowed to Trump yesterday, I think it was, or was it the day before?
Yeah,
it was yesterday.
He's
fucking
ass everywhere.
Yeah,
he's giving out our tax dollars. He's canceling the GST, which is a tax, for 2 months. So he's trying to buy some votes back. He's trying to be top of Christmas. We have our Trump too. We have a guy named Polyev. He's the same as Trump. So we've got the same bipolar fucking.
Yeah. It's a dichotomy. Yep. Dichotomy.
Yeah. Same fake ass government bullshit.
What red or blue? Hot or cold, heaven or hell, angel, demon. Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah. Sucks. The Uniparty. I'm not fond of them.
What happened with those? I know it was I think it was 4 years ago now, or 3 years ago, with those truckers. Man, he turned off their bank accounts, or what?
Oh yeah, he went right up fucking Stalin on us.
That's fucking crazy.
He ran over grandmas with horses. He fucking shot people with rubber bullets and shit. Yeah.
Why does no one just screenshot this motherfucker?
It was bad. They I don't know, man.
We need to get him out of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're trying. But we think he's got the elections cinched up by ridings. We have a messed up electoral system. Not that really electing one person or another will really make much of a difference.
That's it.
You
get the illusion of choice.
Yeah.
They're all on the shit together.
All their control systems, the things that never change, like Trump, he signed 5G W ban into existence with the ability to put fucking wireless 5G through your body.
Yeah.
You know, you motherfucker.
So now we can see you through your fucking house at all times.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, all these control systems, they all go in place no matter who's in government, no matter what's happening. It's all being put in place.
Absolutely.
All the speech laws, all that shit. That's part of distraction, you know. They just want to get this system in place. Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, did they? Okay, so I mean, we saw this shit with like Blade Runner and shit like The Matrix. Like, did they think that everybody was just going to agree with this shit, or what was they hoping that everybody was just going to find their love or whatever in this system and just welcome this shit in like wholeheartedly? Or
well, they're trying all kinds of different ways, right? The metaverse was one way.
That shit was a failure, a flop.
Yeah, so they're trying different ways to get us in. They're trying Neuralink, you know, ways to get us to agree to what we're already doing. Like, we're already doing this shit. Do you agree with it? Here's a phone. It's got an AI in it. Do you agree with that?
Fuck no.
You know, so they get you to agree to little things over time.
Yeah, that shit is cringe. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it takes time, but damn.
Like, they're going to push digital dollars soon, right? And they're going to do a fake out with that too, because they've got like Bitcoins and all that thing, those Monero and all those other ones. You know, get into those guys. It's not digital dollars.
No, that's well. Let me tell you, that shit is so fake. Like, I mean,
yeah.
There's no value in none of that shit. It's all speculatory. It's called speculative. That's all that shit is.
Yeah. Have you looked up who created Bitcoin and blockchain? It's the same person or group of unknown people and they have I forget the name. It's a Japanese name, but yeah, they don't know. They have no idea who that is. No.
Right.
No idea. Right? Come on.
Right. Like, yeah, that's fucking absurd. Come on now.
They have everybody's MAC address. They know every keystroke you make on a freaking computer. You don't think they don't know who? Come on.
Right. This group of people is?
Give me a break, man. Those 285,000 kids, they could find them tomorrow if they wanted.
And then they say, oh, there's no way we could, there's no way it could be hacked. There's no way it could be, you know. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Bullshit.
You know what hard hacking is, right? It's like where I just watch you through a fucking computer or through a fucking webcam and see what you do, or watch you through your own fucking camera and see what you do.
No, you're educating me. Thank you.
What the fuck? Like, I'll watch you, right? Yeah. And you'll put in the password.
Like those hackers do to the scammers, right?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's the easiest way to find out who's doing what.
Yeah. Yeah, they got and they can use your screen as a camera too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even if you don't have a camera, there's probably one on your screen anyways. They like to embed those all over the place.
Right. Right. They'll just watch you through fucking screens. You're done. It's over.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't believe in that shit. Now, am I gonna say, don't miss an opportunity, hurry up, get in, get out, or whatever, you know, $100 or whatever, or do whatever, have fun, have at it. But if you put your faith in that shit, something's the matter with you. Seriously, you've been duped.
Right. Yeah, don't be duped by it.
Fuck no.
Yeah, even in the law, it's set out, and people don't know this. In both of our countries, your vote you guys call it the popular vote, and that's exactly what it is. It doesn't really determine who's going to be the president. They can override you at any time if they don't like the choice you got. Same thing in Canada. What happens is it goes to our Senate, and they decide. you know, if they agree with the voting that happened.
Right, which means your whole vote was just a joke in the first. It was an act of It's not that it was a joke.
Oh,
It
it's a
was
data collection. Data collection.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's what I was going to say was it shows that you are complicit with what's going on is what it does.
Yeah, and it
It
shows
shows
your proclivity, so they can put that into your algorithm on your
right,
biases, right? So
right.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what it does. So it's not completely useless, but in terms of electing someone in the office, yeah, it's completely fucking useless.
yeah. Kind of like protesting. It doesn't really do anything other than show other people you're mad. You know?
Yeah, shows them that you don't comply with what's going on. That's all it does. It's like a theater. It's a type of theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do engage in that myself, though. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a right. So fuck it.
Yep. I do protest things. So.
But I don't join big groups and all that other shit. I might protest,
I'll
like
go along with some if I think it's right and say my piece, but
right. I don't do the whole because I know that that shit gets infiltrated and
or start arguments. Like I just lose people coming. Like now, access won't come by because of the argument. Which whatever. Fuck YouTube shit. People can't even have conversations.
Yeah,
well,
you said
growth happens, right? Growth and enlightenment.
I'm cool with both of them.
Yeah.
Can't even stand in the middle and be neutral. It's fucking. I get blamed.
People do need to learn all the time throughout their lives, and sometimes you have to learn how to converse properly.
Yeah, it pisses me off because to me, access is cool as hell. But now, anyway, I'm gonna leave it alone. Whatever.
Yeah, man, that shit. Oh, this is one that fucking makes me laugh. This alien invasion happening on the 3rd. This one makes me laugh in a particular way. Now we're able to predict what the aliens are gonna do now. You remember it used to be the aliens were just fucking with us, picking us off like we were ants.
Yeah.
Then we became like sort of like on their level where we were like, oh, they're in our backyard, but like we got cameras and sticks and guns, like we can chase them down. And that was last year. Now we're able to predict, like we're above them now. Now we can predict what they're gonna do.
Oh, awesome!
You see how that happens? That's funny.
Max.
Yeah.
Did you catch London's stream earlier? He had a real good stream about the moon.
No, I missed it.
Some of the evidence he presented is pretty amazing.
Cool. I'll have to take a look.
Especially with that volcano in Naples. He lined it up with the volcano on the moon. I personally think the moon's see-through, but I'm starting to think it's a map of our realm for sure.
Could be.
Yeah, strong possibility.
There's some footage of some big ass spaceships flying over the moon.
Yeah, Bruce C's all did a lot of good work on the moon.
Big ass spaceships.
Shit up there. He died recently.
Oh, Flat Earth Nation?
Bruce C's all. Bruce Schwartz. He was an astronomer. He had a huge, big ass telescope. He was going to get a bigger one. But when remember the second moon was coming in? He died just before the second moon come in, and he didn't get to film it.
Where's the second moon?
It supposedly followed the moon it was very small, like maybe only a few hundred meters or something. But it was to follow the moon for a few months and then go off on a different orbit.
It constitutes as a moon because it did orbit the Earth.
Mhm.
And when you get large objects orbiting the Earth, they're considered, satellite objects. So that's a moon. But yeah, it flew off when, like last month or some shit.
Yeah, it was only around for a couple months, they said.
Yeah, yeah. It's gone now.
But he was going to film it and didn't get to. Had a heart attack.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
Sorry to hear that.
yeah.
Dude, there's some pictures of some footage of the moon, right? And it's like a crescent, and some guy he has a telescope and he zooms in.
Yeah.
It looks like these fucking spaceships, like the Tic Tac spaceships, but they're like miles wide, casting a shadow on the moon.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the shit is this?
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, this guy shows looks like the edges of craters. They actually look like built up structures and it's not pixelation, and he proves that it's not pixelation. That and he takes it he does the same thing. He takes a picture when the moon's on a crescent and the shadows are right, so you can catch the shadows of all these like straight line structures and things. It's really crazy.
Are you an alien deception guy, or are you an alien believer? Notice how I didn't say UFO. I said alien.
Drake's
not
equation
UFO.
would confirm that there's probably other intelligent beings out there, right?
Well, yeah, but you can't answer a question with probably.
More land too.
Well, then yeah, I'd say there are probably other intelligent creatures out there. Yes. I don't know where they are.
I would say so too. I would say I believe that there are. I'm a alien, but not in the sense that how, like
Yeah, I
not
don't know how it happens. I don't
intellectual.
know if they come here or not for sure.
No, like a bacteria type shit, like tardigrade.
Oh, tardigrade, yeah, tardigrade, yeah.
Yeah,
The universal
shit
being.
like that. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah, extremophiles.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like an asteroid somewhere flying around, fucking evolving and shit.
Sure, putting new seeds of life different places.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Panspermia, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. Evolution could happen in many ways, right?
Hell yes.
All kinds of interactions with different biology. Wow.
But notice how evolution, in my opinion, evolution proves that it proves a God's existence, but in the future, not from the past. In the future, you see what I mean? Like you go through so many
like
processes.
himself going back in time.
Well, yeah, no, not like not a primordial being, but like a being in the future that I guess entity or something would evolve into. Like it went through all the trials and all the tribulations. It left its fucking spot on, and had to travel through space, and it still evolved until it's just like a fucking super smart. You could fucking make black holes and shit like that, like a civilization level 3 or some shit.
Or like V'ger,
yeah,
Star Trek V'ger, that went around collecting all the data.
Listen, their computation would be able to match our universe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Which means, boom, they would be gods of that universe.
And then we're in a
simulation.
Simulation, yeah.
Yep.
Could be.
So you can't call me a damn atheist, goddammit.
It's animism? I don't know if it's animism. Oh, well, I'm kind of an animist too. I believe all energy has a consciousness of a certain level.
Yeah.
They're saying now there's these conscious energy rings out there that they're filming.
Oh, where?
in the sky, like out in the universe. Giant rings of energy that they're claiming are conscious. It's just hearsay so far, but you know, interesting.
Yeah, hell yeah, it is. I want to be able to. I just hope I would live to see the day that they actually are able to answer the question, because we don't know where consciousness comes from. We know it's an emergent product, but we don't know if our brains are the only thing. We don't know if brains are the only things that can produce or retain consciousness.
Yeah, is a rock conscious?
Right. And how will we ever know? You see what I mean?
How
We
do you
got to
measure
figure
it?
it out. Because
Yeah.
I bet in Rockville there are conscious rocks.
Yeah, well, they'd have to have. I think that they have a physical memory for sure. Wouldn't that also give them like an energetic memory as well? You know, like they get changed in form. They get handled by people. You know, is that an experience that they put into their energy field and remember? I don't know. Do they experience it in some way? I don't know.
Now that's so philosophical. That shit blows my mind. Because you just said a physical memory, which is, that's obvious. And you said, well, if you have a physical one, wouldn't there be some sort of other energetic memory? E equals MC squared. I mean, shit. Physical is energetic, just slowed down, really, in
Yeah,
my opinion.
solidified
Yeah,
energy.
right. And so I'm all like, that answers the question. Heck, yeah, maybe it does have an energetic memory. We just haven't the tools or whatever to confirm
Yeah, or
or
measure it in any way,
measure it.
right?
Yep.
Like
But
how?
the shit you were showing me with the electromagnetic field, we might be close. Shit.
Yeah, maybe a photon has, you know, memory experiences beyond, you know, that we could fill up memory banks with for years and years, you know.
Right. And they move differently in different vacuums.
Yeah,
So
through
I'm like,
different things.
exactly. That's interesting as hell.
Yeah, I think about that one a lot. How conscious are things?
Yeah. And I mean, we just recently, well, it wasn't recently, but about 10 or 15 years ago, I found out that plants like talk and shit and scream to each other and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Frequency.
yeah. They communicate. Yeah, and
Like, what?
they communicate pain and
Yeah,
yeah.
danger. Yeah.
Then you add in the mycelium, all the fungus, that extra communication layer. That's huge. The fungus world is gigantic, and it's
Yeah,
like a neural net.
that's crazy. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. How conscious is it? You know, or is it part of a bigger consciousness of all the plants that are connected to it?
Right.
Are they like
In
a
my life, we find out that everything's interconnected except for fucking humans, and that's the reason why we. That's the reason why we rose above it all in a kinetic way, because we're not understanding what the fuck we're even.
yeah, shut out of the garden, right? We were kicked out of the garden. Now we're just that spoiled brat kid rebelling, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Einstein married a cousin twice. What? Oh man, that was out of left field there, Tommy. Yeah, the whole science distraction and bullshit too. That's all their oh man.
These fucking
Theory,
pseudoscientists.
all the
Yeah.
string theory and all that crap.
Yeah, these fucking pseudoscientists are trying to take over. And that's why nobody believes in science anymore, because these
It's all for funding.
pseudoscientific assholes, are trying to take the world by storm.
Yep. They
And
do it
reinvent
for
the
funding,
fucking
right?
wheel.
If you
It's
ever
sad.
gave you any truth, the funding would dry up.
Yeah, pseudoscientific assholes fucking get on my nerves, dude. And they're destroying. That's what I mean. I'm telling you. That's how you get knocked back too. Is
Yeah.
by the loss of
Destroy your
knowledge
brain.
and shit.
Well,
Yeah.
if we don't even understand how the fucking, like, how electrons and fucking shit interact and all that shit, how the fuck are we going to understand anything, you know?
He's like these people, I mean, and it's okay for having a theoretical, discussion or whatnot, like what could be and maybe, but to start professing shit as knowledge that takes a level of demonstration that not too many of these assholes are fucking willing to, meet.
Yeah, no, they can't, because it's all theory driven to have research. It has to have more research.
Yeah. Some of that shit, I think they should throw that shit away. They'll never find out.
Yeah.
Like
There's a lot of independent
energy.
people making much better research than they're doing.
This dark matter, dark energy shit we've been on for the last 50 years. We might as well wrap that shit up.
Yeah. Yeah. There's you can look at an electron. An electron's the smallest thing in existence. It has a muon and a which is black, and a electron which is white, and that's pretty much what makes up everything, as far as I can understand it. There are particles of light. That's a particle of light is just 2 electrons. So you keep building up from there. The ancients say all is L, or electric. So that's where we get L from. It's electric.
Yeah, Elohim and shit like that.
Yep. They knew it was all electric.
You know for sure that we are. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, we produce 20 watts of electricity too.
Yeah, we pump out a lot of that shit, especially within one lifetime.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, they can detect your biofield up to, I think it's 55 feet now.
God dang.
Yeah.
That's how they be knowing I'm coming in, huh?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you feel that stuff when people are coming, if you, if you pay attention enough. That's what like the churches too, they teach you to pray. Instead you should be listening.
I was always taught, I came from a strict religious background, so I was always taught you're not supposed to pray unless it's like something really, really dire, like something really, really big. You tried everything.
Somebody's health. Yes.
And you already tried everything you could think, and there's no other person that can help you. Then pray. Like, I was not taught to wake up every day and pray and shit like that.
Meditation's good.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. That's just listening. Negative force? It has both, Naga, as far as I know. The electricity has both the negative and the positive force. Apparently, it's just a difference in balance. One's odd, one's even.
I'm going to jump off here at 3 hours.
Yeah, they're different charges. One attracts and one repels.
Yeah.
We got a half hour. Didn't I do 2 hours before this? Oh, you guys weren't here.
You did a 7-hour one a while ago, didn't you?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah,
So today I did 5 hours because I did
Hey, do
too
you know?
early, but I erased it. Hold on, let me show you this weapon.
Oh
I
shit.
can't pronounce it.
Right on. Let's see it. I'll
The
stop sharing.
It's called the Vajra. It's
You
an
see some
electromagnetic weapon.
is that like some mythology name?
It's from I think so. They call it mythology, but I think 90% of mythology is facts.
Don't they always have a mythology name for their weapons, huh?
Yeah, Thor's hammer and the
Odin,
Vajra. What's this one
Satan.
called, Max? That George Washington has? Oh, maybe he left.
They got Odin, Satan, Thor.
Oh yeah, the Trident, the Bident.
Ah, yeah.
Those are weapons. I mean, I think the ancestors had better weapons than fucking we do.
Yeah, you guys have a drone system called the Valkyrie.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
What's the name of this one, Charles? I'll search it up. I'll search up the mythology.
VAJRA. Yeah, thanks, because you could do it quicker.
VAJRA, right?
Yeah. The Vajra.
Okay, the Vajra in mythology is a legendary weapon and a ritual tool that symbolizes the properties of a thunderbolt and a diamond.
Just like Zeus.
The Vajra was the weapon of Indra, the Vedic king of the Devas and the Devas and heaven. The symbol for the Vajra symbolizes firmness of spirit, spiritual power, and the ultimate nature of things. It also symbolizes the power of tantric methods to achieve their goals.
The fuck?
Tantric methods so tantric sex to achieve their goals. Ritual tool, the Vajra is a scepter-like object with a sphere at its center and a variable number of spokes at each end. Often used in tantric rituals. Ooh, it's a it's a tool. In combination with a bell. Interesting. Okay, so it's a vibrating object. It resonates with the bell, I guess. Making a vibration of some sort. The Vajra is held in the right hand with the bell, and the bell is in the left hand. The interaction of the two is said to lead to enlightenment, and a few other things maybe. They do talk about the Tantra there. So, indestructible. The Vajra is made from an indestructible substance like adamantine.
That's in Wolverine and X-Men. Adamantine or something like that.
Okay, yeah,
that's what Wolverine's made out of. Adamantine. Yeah, that's crazy.
And is likened to Sunya, the all-inclusive void. In esoteric Buddhism, the Vajra is a central emblem because of the pure energy of lightning delivers a swift, powerful, and precise blow that shatters what it touches.
Say esoteric?
Yes.
Sounds like what melted the buildings in the desert.
Could be both physical and esoteric. So because they're talking about the tantric sex, pure or the pure lightning, there could be real energy or tantric energy, and then they're talking about it as a weapon, right?
Didn't Zeus have the lightning? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lightning weapon as well as a tantric tool.
Weapon to
Right there.
Nagito.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
So they're naming it after an ancient Hindu weapon. Have you seen the ceremony in front of CERN where they did either a mock sacrifice or a real sacrifice in the front of the statue of Shiva?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that was almost like that Guthrie Tunnel fucking opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this was wicked.
Creepy shit. The fuck are you people up to?
Their magic's weak. A 2-year-old child has stronger magic.
What's that from?
What? Who?
Either or, yeah.
Like, is it me or are they just now like blatantly telling people now that they're sacrificing people and shit?
Seems like
They've been doing that.
Used to be. Yeah, the Olympics and all that shit this year.
Dude on a plate? Come on, man.
They were making Scooby snacks.
Yeah.
Out of people and shit.
We got lots of pictures of them eating cakes that are resembling people. Why do you do that?
Yeah, that's fucking disturbing, dude.
Why do you do that?
They're practicing.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Damn, for the longest I was trying to get in. Like, what the hell is going on today?
All right, I'll call you on Telegram later in a little bit.
Then you got people like Lady Gaga wearing a meat suit and a peeled face suit and all that kind of shit.
You know who Lady Gaga reminds me of, Max?
Who?
That singer, I almost just thought Amy Winehouse.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I suppose you change the hair color, right?
Yeah.
Kind of the same face shape, yeah. Pointy chin.
I got old pictures of Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
And she looks just like Amy Winehouse.
Wow.
I think these people be faking deaths, most of them.
Maybe they're related too, or if they aren't the same person, maybe they're related.
They said that they be eating like fucking placentas and shit and gaining powers to like fucking, stay young.
Yeah.
And just switch celebrity names and shit like that.
They, what they do, they, this is open. You can buy it yourself. You can buy the blood of the young to to have transfusions of young people.
Yeah, the placenta. That's fucking nasty.
Then they do the adrenochrome that they say doesn't exist, but apparently on the back of those EpiPens, they tell you if you use it past its date, it'll have turned into adrenochrome. So how does it not exist, but you put it on labeling?
I think these people is body jumpers. They just consciousness.
Reptilian consciousness jumping bodies.
Yeah, they ain't really what we think they are.
Oh, there's the. Have you heard of the Vril? They're a race of
society.
yeah, but there's also the Vril, a small race of small reptilians that have like this pointy thing on a proboscis, they call it, just a little horn on the front of their head. And that if they shoot it into your eyeball, their consciousness goes into your body and they take over your body. And all these crazy acting people, like, that are like having sex and all the time and drugs and all that and living as like crazy lives is because they have one of these little real lizards in them. So, and they just have sensations of like sex and drugs and everything that they can get.
We'll call them Lizzie, the lizard.
But they're apparently, the Black Eye Club, all the politicians end up with a black eye at some point, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's where that comes from the proboscis going into the eye. That's the theory anyway.
What the fuck? That's fucking disturbing.
Yeah, it's a pretty disturbing theory. Then there's the shapeshifter idea where our politicians are shape-shifting lizards.
Look at this. In the game, this is how they do a three-pointer now. That comes up.
Yeah. The 666. Oh.
Look at that. This girl sent me this picture. Oh, shit.
Have you looked up HR 060606?
No. But look, Little Peep is Jake Paul.
Oh, wow. Huh? A little fatter. They do that in photographs, too. They stretch them.
The motherfuckers is clones. The motherfuckers is clones.
Could be. Big cloning projects in the military. Hybridization, all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
They're just skin for real. Skin wrapped up in consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they are. And because they're just skin wrapped up in consciousness, they can always add a different layer, to the skin.
Some people think that's the part of the abductions are like people that are being taken out of their bodies at night and being put into a clone of themselves so that they can be ritualistically abused. Apparently Britney Spears is one of like the most commonly, like she just got abused like over and over again. And that's why she kind of lost her mind for a while. That's the theory.
Look, this is a baby. That isn't. This is from an X-ray, a real one.
Oh, that's cool.
This fucking lady sent me a picture on Facebook.
That
this
takes
older woman.
Picture that clear.
And she got one boob hanging out. And I'm like, what's going on with this? Even in esoteric symbolism, there's one boob hanging out. I'll show you on this.
Oh, yeah, of course. The exposed left breast.
Let me see.
Yeah, they love their symbology.
Right here.
For some dumbass reason, I guess.
Max is in the way, but behind Max is the picture. Hold on. I'll move me so then the picture will be shown. Hold on.
Right. Yep. Oh, shit.
Because it matches with this picture. Damn, I don't know if I should show it. I already did for a second, but they're going to hit me. Hold on. Look. Nasty chick.
Yeah,
Not even my type. They're on Facebook a lot, them women, man. They just send all men fucking this invitation. Now, if they send me an invitation, I wonder how many other 9,222,000.
Yeah, my wife gets invites from Elon Musk and other really well-known people.
Donald Trump and shit.
Yeah.
In DMs.
Oh yeah.
But this is to hide what they're really doing, though. At the end of the day, what they're doing, have nothing to do with this. Like I said, this is animism. Dealing with the animals, whether it's the snake, whether it's the cow, whether it's the bird, whether it's the wolf, whether it's the lions, right? All of that is animism, right? And we still know how to do that today. It's original people that still know how to do that today. I'm just not initiated yet in that order, but I have people in my family that still live outside of the city, and that still have these knowledge. So this have nothing to do with what they're actually doing. What they are actually doing is literally is basically uh 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 harnessing consciousness of the dead, right? And because it's dead, that person is dead, so therefore only their consciousness, you can only use their consciousness. You can't use anything else about them but their consciousness. So it's the same consciousness that's being transferred into different body, from the first person, that basically posed the act.
So
And
they've learned how to do that, to transfer from one body to another, like their
I'm
entire
saying
time.
I haven't initiated in that order yet, but I have people in my family that know how to do that.
Okay.
So that had, to me, like I said, what they're doing have nothing to do with that. In order for you to be able, to deal with the animals, you gotta be in harmony with nature. It's the same thing. In order to to get certain super natural attributes from the plant, you have to be in tune with nature, because there is a way you have to approach the plant. There is a way you have to approach the animals.
Yeah,
There
I
is
speak to the animals and insects and the trees and the bees. The trees don't really respond too much. Sometimes I think they do. The insects I get the best responses out of. They listen and talk to me. The animals not so much. Birds, yes.
Yeah, all of them do. If you approach them,
Yeah.
and within your nature, that's the thing.
But I don't want to talk to coyotes, and that's what we have around our area is coyotes. I don't want to talk.
The connection to all
They're
of that
hunters.
is nature. This is why you have to learn how to tap into your nature. Once
Yeah.
you learn how to tap into your nature, then you
Oh yeah,
can.
I do. Right, that's what I do.
Oh yeah, but I'm not speaking. I'm personally. I'm just speaking in general.
Yeah.
In general, that's how
Oh,
it is.
everybody can do it. You can do
Yeah,
it.
literally. You just have to tap into your nature.
Yeah.
But these people is not tapping into their nature. They're tapping into somebody else's nature. Which makes me think they ain't even, real people. They just replicate, of a dead person. They're basically the
Oh
representation.
yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, kind of like trying to go into the matrix, taking your soul into the matrix. You get all the information, but you don't get the soul. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the symbolism with the reindeers and stuff? Like what
A lot
the
of
hell
that
is
has
that
to do
thing
with
on
the
the right
Taurus
side?
field.
What is that thing on the right side right there? You see it?
Taurus field.
I would say the
Like
rainbow.
Like, how, well, it's multi-symboled, but how the owl's eyes can represent a Taurus field? Same thing with the horns. That's why all the kings had horns. And they had 7 because that was the 7 horns of their chakra that they had mastered.
Yeah, that's represent the rainbow, which is the what they call it. They call it the arc. Right? That's what it is.
Many different ways to symbolize it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the rainbow.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just basically, like I said, they mocking everything, that everything that's natural, in order to deceive you, from the unnatural things that they are doing.
Yeah, this
Yeah, I gotta jump off here at 3 hours. 10 more minutes. Just letting everyone know. Thanks for coming up, Max. It was.
Yep. Thanks.
How you say your name? Cyril. It was good to meet you.
Yeah, it's great to meet you.
I'm glad you came up.
Yeah, man, definitely appreciate the conversation. I was, even sharing the live on my channel myself. But yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Thank you,
Great.
Naga.
So
Right on, man. All right, y'all.
until next time.
I'll come back next time and stuff.
Yeah, great having you. Great conversation. Thanks, Hero.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's see.
That's a really good. I guess it's got a lot of hermetics in it, a lot of alchemy. It's like one of those.
Yeah, I love that picture.
You know,
It's one of
you
my
got to really
favorites.
look at all the symbolism and count all the numbers, and they got the zodiac up there. You know, a lot of knowledge in that one. That used to be like a rite of passage. Right? You do your alchemical drawing to show your knowledge. That was a way so you didn't have to write it down and get caught learning this stuff, because it would all be just a drawing you did. It's not written out in words where they can take you to court and say you're practicing witchcraft or alchemy. And we got to chop your head off.
There's a lot of symbolism in that picture.
Yeah. This was a good initiate. Had a lot of knowledge.
I'm just disappointed in that little thing earlier, man. Like, it seems every time Axis, I'm not blaming Axis at all, man. Axis didn't do anything wrong, and I'm not mad at. What the hell is this?
But that's the thing, though. The energy is for you to be mad at yourself when in reality you're providing a platform, for everybody to come on and express themselves. But it turned out to be, that you bite in your own hand. That's what the energy, is projecting itself to be. But that's not what it is. You have to always realize that you're the one providing the platform. You know, if anybody is doing something wrong, it couldn't be you. So if something go wrong, it is not because of you. Even though that's the right thing, it is, it's the right thing, to take accountability. But not in this case. In this case, you don't have to.
Yeah. I think, in my opinion, I think True Zone gotta learn a little patience. True Zone reminds me of how I turned out in prison, man, where you couldn't let no one talk to you any type of way. But it's even if people talk to me like that, like, that shit don't even bother me no more. Like, I just be like, whatever, I just think in my mind, all the shit talking, they want a reaction, so I don't give them one.
I mean, there is definitely, it was a conflict. It turned out to be abused because after, soon as the person left, it should have been just that right there. Then it would have just stayed as a conflict. But because it was continued after, somebody disengaged in the situation, and it's become abused. But I say this to say that, it started as a conflict. So on both sides of the field, I think they both have to learn.
I don't think Axis meant any disrespect by it at all. Maybe it was the way it was said and stuff. But...
No, I'm not talking about the disrespect. I'm talking about, knowing how to conduct yourself. sometimes you don't have to, you don't have to always turn your back, on certain situations. Sometimes you have to be a man and face the situation and have the discipline, to do so. Because if you don't have the discipline and you try to face the situation, you're just going to end up, getting carried away by the situation. So you have to, you gotta have enough discipline, in facing the situation, so you could remain standing. So that's what I'm basically saying. So on both sides of the field, they didn't, neither one of them, conduct themselves, as a man and face the situation at hand. One of them wanted to stay, and face the situation, and the other one ran away, you know. So, they both, was wrong for that. Because like I said, after the situation, after one disengaged in the situation, it should have been just that. Since, we both engaged in the situation and I choose to disengage, you should have been, take it up on yourself to disengage also. But he end up, he remain engaging in the situation, turning it into abuse. That's where he was wrong at, right? And on top of that, when he brought the disrespect, right, he was already wrong in bringing the disrespect, and then he continued, right, engaging in it, make it an abuse. But like I said, Axis ain't had to run away, and to the point that where he's trying to turn it against you, right? He's trying to make it about you. He tried to make it about me. He said he shame on me, and he tried to make it about you, that how he's not ever coming to your channel again, when none of that have to do with, have anything to do with me or you. It has to do with him.
What's up, JG?
Not taking shit personal. That's what's up.
Oh, 3 times. Now my stuff is written 3 times in chat. Hi, JG. Sorry about that. How you doing?
I'm trying to get the fuck out of this town, man. Everything's closed.
The thing is, we would talk about, who started it or who caused the attack, but it was a challenge that was accepted. Once they both decide to go back and forth with each other, that was a challenge that was accepted, because you can feel the energy, in the approach, right? Through the approach, you can feel the energy. So once you accept, the energy and to come in, the energy feel welcome now. You can't say, oh, the energy just broke in. That's why we have to understand when we get ourselves into certain things and how we get in ourselves into certain things. So you don't have to engage in everything. Learn how to, learn how to not engage in certain things before it's too late. And you have to run as fast as you can. I was just speaking to the chat, because a lot of people keep saying, they keep seeing, not saying, they keep seeing how True Zoom was wrong, which he was, but they don't see how Axis was wrong too, when he was also. It's always like that though. At the end of the day, we always see, tend to see one side of the field. We either see the left or the right. We never see the left and the right at the same time.
Guys, hear the crickets?
Mm-hmm. And that's another message too. Why do we feel like we have to get aggressive when somebody is being passive aggressive with us? We can never meet somebody on a level playing field. Like if somebody is being aggressive and you're ready to take the challenge, be aggressive with him. If they want to be passive aggressive with you, you want to take the challenge, be passive aggressive. If they want to be passive with you, be passive about it. Don't act like you want to be passive and then you flip the switch and you get passive aggressive, or you even flip the switch. You turn up the notch a little bit, and get aggressive. Like we should learn how to meet people on a even playing field. I think that would get us a long way.
I'm not even sure what happened with this Axis and Truso and shit.
Well, that's what it was. It was a passive aggressive, type of energy that ended up turning into aggression. That's what it was. Me and Axis, we was building, but he had the type of energy of being, uh he had that challenging energy, you know, in a passive aggressive way. And I took on that challenge, and we was building, you know. He was coming at me, with his ideology, and I was coming, with my ideology, and that, and Chosen was in the chat, and that triggered him, to come up, I guess probably to defend me, or to get, in the battle too, to get in the game, and and it ended up, go left, because like I said, it was a passive aggressive thing that was going on both sides with me and Axis, but and it started the same way with True Zone, and it ended up turning into aggression, basically, in a nutshell.
I'm still mad Max called me a liberal months ago, man.
What you mean by that, Max?
I'm joking, man. We don't have to get into it because it ain't shit. But shit happens, man. You plow along and hopefully people more cordial.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was on mute. I was teasing JG. I didn't mean that. I don't know what his political end is.
No. I just it was a joke.
Nah,
If it offend you, I'm sorry.
I was asking a genuine question. I don't know what it means to be liberal.
If someone calls you a liberal, it's like you're being sensitive and a sissy. I could speak.
Yeah, there's a whole negative connotation in modern vernacular, so it's kind of and it switches, right, between, it'll switch over the next 10 years or something. They change it.
I guess that's probably why I don't know about it, because I'm a Naga active. I'm an active Naga, so I'm not negative. So I don't know. Maybe that's why I don't know about it.
Yeah, it's like they've got their whole thing. If you're on one side, you're a totalitarian. If you're on the other side, you're for freedom. Blah blah. They flop it back and forth.
The good guy, bad guy tactics too.
Yeah.
Bad President Biden, good President Trump.
Yeah.
Just like, what was it? Bush was the bad president, and Obama's supposed to be the good one, but they all suck.
Yeah.
They're all terrible.
Can a liberal be Republican or Democrat?
Yeah, you could do.
Yeah.
You could leave the party and go to the next party. Just don't go to Diddy's party.
The freak show. The freak off.
Yeah, let me jump off here, guys. I gotta go to the fucking store. It's freezing out. You going live? You going
No,
live
probably
later,
not.
Mac?
No, probably not.
No. You gotta, because I know you went live last night. I watched some of the your live stream.
Yeah, I did a class just to practicing. You can practice remote viewing on my class on my channel.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was hoping you'd go live tonight, but I'll keep a lookout in case you change your mind.
I might. I don't know. We'll see. It might happen.
But thanks for coming through. And
All right.
Thank you, Naga. Thank you, Axis. Truth Zone. JG. Who else came by?
I didn't do shit.
So what?
Okay. Have a great day, guys.
You too.
Nah, no.
Who else?
Fucking around.
Who else came by, man? I'm forgetting somebody.
Server.
Who? Oh yeah, Zero. Yeah. And yeah, peace to everyone in the chat. Dean. Maggot, Tommy Rogers. Trying to think who else came by. Aaron Corbett. Huh, I forgot who that is. They done changed their name again.
Yeah, man. To Axis, man. Don't be hurt, bro, about what happened here today, man. I'm still looking forward for us to build again. You know, whether it's on this platform or my platform or wherever we meet again, bro. You know, that ain't nothing, man. You know, we the truth. We all about the information. We about the knowledge. We about seeking wisdom. Let's do that and put everything aside. Being said, until
Truth
next time.
Zone. Yeah, I hope Truth Zone stop taking stuff so serious. But peace to everyone. I'll check you out later tomorrow. I'm out.